Hey, kid, you want to get high?
No.
Legally?
No, come on.
With your medical marijuana card from Dr. Shenlatte?
No, stop.
Hey, kid.
No, don't say hey, kid. It's not about kids.
Yeah, you're right.
It's adults. We're talking about middle-aged humans.
Hey, middle-aged human. Want to get high?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Listen, it's medicine.
It is. It's medicine. I was actually at a dispensary yesterday, thanks to our good friends at Bud Docs. That's who we're talking about. Dr. Shenlatte and his team. If you have thought about getting your recommendation, super easy. He's not going to waste your time. He'll have you in and out. You can use your email. You get same-day approval. You'll save money.
If you just thought, like, hey, maybe I will do it, you can go on his website, get same-day appointments.
Do it on a whim.
And then go there. Yeah. The meeting will be super easy. And Shenlatte, after he gives you his recommendation, then you go through all the Bud deals on his website. He'll tell you what dispensaries have the best deals for first-time card holders.
And he always does that. He hand curates that.
The transfer patients are $99. Existing patients are $125. New patients are $175. There's multiple locations: Lake Mary, Hunters Creek, Tampa, Melbourne.
All you have to do is see him one time in person, and then the rest of the time you can do telemedicine. He's going to save you money, and then beyond just saving you money on your recommendation with him, he's going to save you money with the Bud Deals deal. I was actually using, I'll say this, he put up there that True Leave was having a sale on his website, because I always check his website. So yesterday when I went to get some medical marijuana, I used the Bud Deals page, and that's how I got my deals.
Yep, 100%. It's risk-free. If you don't qualify, you don't pay. You'll qualify, though.
You're fine.
Yeah,
we believe in you.
It's buddocs.org.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan and some guests, but I'm not going to turn them on yet because I don't know if I have this studio acclimated correctly to introduce them while the music is currently playing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing makes sense to me because I don't understand how
Right. No, it's fine. It's fine. But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Our wives are here. Crystal Van.
Hi.
Andrea Dennis.
I'm here.
Oh, well, I'm here.
Present.
The wives are here.
I have cramps.
Yeah. Oh, great. That's great. You got cramps? You gonna have your period on our couch right now? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I'm just pre-cramps.
You gonna fart it up? You gonna start farting it up?
The Vans have a policy called suffer in silence. And me and Crystal agreed.
They're not complainers.
We have to suffer.
I'm not complaining.
No. I'm just saying.
She's just making a comment. It's not a complaint.
No, I don't like to hear about anybody's
felt like a gripe.
problems.
She's not requesting anything from you guys. She's just saying, hey.
All right, let me make sure we can see you guys. All right, there's
maybe
by the way,
punch in the uterus.
What a shitty deal to have to deal with that once a month. That is rough.
Oh my God, it's right on Crystal's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were showing your socks yesterday.
Yeah, my socks.
My socks.
Daniel's old man.
All right, there we go. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. We are certainly glad to have you. We are live on Twitch and also YouTube. If you haven't liked and subscribed to Twitch and YouTube, do me a favor and just do that, because without you doing that, I have no reason to even.
I have an insane record on like Twitch or something of like how many lives I've tuned into and how many months I've subscribed.
You just came in here to brag. Just came in here to brag a little bit, didn't you?
Do you get a badge or something?
Yeah, you can share the badge if you want, but it's like so many months in a row or how many you've logged in, and then there is, you've watched 5 live streams in a row. Yeah, there's all sort of little badges you can get on
if
Twitch.
you like dumb little digital badges, and children love them because it's all, I think the kids...
I love them.
Yeah, Andrea
on
loves
like
them.
Peloton, I try to get a badge.
Yeah, I got her
and
hooked on Monopoly Go, and every night this bitch...
play Monopoly
every night. What level are you now? It's ridiculous. She's like
it's
level...
crazy.
She's like EJ on Monopoly Go. She's like level 491.
Give me a brief synopsis of what Monopoly Go is.
I'll defer
It's
to the
just
lady.
Like a quick...
Yeah, what do you do?
Like, I mean, you like spin, you get some spins.
Are you playing against anyone?
Nope. You get to play with people when there are like joint games. I have like 2 friends that I know that play.
Two friends.
You can like trade digital stickers.
Is it an
and stuff.
ongoing game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Do
never
you join
ends.
back in?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's one of those never... Like, games now, Tom gripes about this, games now have no ending.
No, it doesn't have.
They're never ending. Like, they'll do levels. And it started with, like, Candy Crush in those games. We didn't realize it because as older gamers, we saw it and we're like, Candy Crush, obviously there's an end. I don't think there was ever an end. Like, new gamers, like, when they build a game for, especially for phones, it's an open-ended game.
It's my way to not have to make any decisions. It's a brain dump, honestly. And then I do that, and then I go and read.
Those
and
are bad
then
for
I
people
go
who
to-
have addictive personality.
Oh, when I run out of rolls, though, I'm done. Like,
Yeah,
I don't buy. You
I
can
buy. I
more
went through
rolls.
some phases where you just buy. I thought I'd do the big dog. I'd be like, oh, $99. I'd be like, $99 are the digital coins. Boom! What a gang, 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 gang. Oh, I'm bad. I'm real bad.
Yeah, no.
Which is why I'm in a conservatorship and can't control my money.
It's
Basically.
It's another thing that reminds me about my shitty personality is when
You've been real mean to yourself lately. I'm,
I'm about to go into it.
Self-talk is high lately.
No, I have a
Yeah.
shitty personality.
His self-talk's been real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know.
Yesterday, and I will quote, yesterday you told me to my face that me and Crystal think you suck. And that is not,
Did you really
and that is
say
not true.
It's not true.
No,
That is
he's
not true. He did say that's a fucking quote. I forgot I could curse on this show. That's a quote, and I'm like, dude, that's an insane thing to say.
Going back to the badge thing, when I get a badge on the Hydro Row, no, I'll tell you, when I get a badge on the Hydro Row, I look at it, I'm like, I didn't earn this. I'm like, you're only giving me this so that it keeps me engaged. I know your goddamn marketing
I know your tricks, Hydro.
Yeah. I didn't get first. You gave me some bronze way to go medal. This is bullshit. That's how I think. I swear to God.
I realized this about him when we were watching David Blaine once a long time ago.
Oh my God! Is this the episode that we watched last night of King of the Hill? Daniel, go ahead with your David.
Oh,
Blaine.
yeah. I have an episode of King of the Hill I'm going to have to send you because it's all about Hank Hill not having any fun.
Okay.
And his
trying to figure out-
And then his family sits him down, and Peggy and Bobby sit down with Hank and help him have fun. I'm like, I got to send this to Tom. I go, he should be selling propane
He's
and propane
watching
accessories.
Magician saying, "This is fake.
This is how you do it. This is how we do it.
And
It's
then
not
he has
real."
to figure it out, and she's like, just enjoy it. And Hank goes, I can't enjoy it, goddammit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you Hank Hill?
I'm going to send it to you.
There's a lot of okay. All right.
I've been getting
I'm glad you
this is
mentioned
a good
this.
the
segue.
reels lately that I are now in my algorithm of the guy who can't have fun or the guy who can't enjoy the situation. You know, he's like standing at a concert and he's looking around going, gonna be really difficult to get out of here later. Traffic's gonna be bad.
Isn't it the commercial?
And I'm like, can you just like listen to the music and have a good time?
When I see that, there's other people like me out there. I'm like, oh, we should have a meeting. It'd be the most boring, horrible meeting ever. We're just all mad
The
at each
funny
other.
thing is that you set up.
I don't want to be around these motherfuckers.
I don't think anybody would show up. It's just the idea of the meeting, and then everybody look at the calendar and be like, "I'm not going to that shit." Like they never show
Well,
up.
no, at a concert, they should have an area. It's almost like a daycare for the people that don't really want to be there, and they can go and they can sit in this corner.
This
And
place sucks, right? Am I right? And talk to each other.
No, I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying things that are true. Like it's going to be hard to get out of here later.
Yeah,
And
I do that.
well, no, you should just park where you know it's not going to be hard to get out of here later.
Yeah.
It's a little pre planning will go a long way.
I have the no fun gene, not the planning gene.
Yeah.
I'll plan for big, grandiose things, but not for what I'm going to do later today.
Right. No, I understand.
But okay, so this ties into it.
It's an excellent segue.
Because I diagnosed myself with another disorder.
Disorder, yeah.
And so
An affliction, if you will.
So, do you guys have any idea how much I think I know?
I think I do. Yeah, I think I have a good. I think I have a good gist.
If you crawled into my head and saw the world through my brain, you would. Then I think you'd feel bad for me.
We talked about this. You think everybody else is stupid?
No, that's not true. That's what people think. I don't think.
That's what it feels like. But I don't
even care.
He's here to. He doesn't
how
care
smart anybody is.
He doesn't care how stupid we are.
No. It's just I think I know the reality of the situation, or what is going to happen.
You love
how
absolutes,
people, or what is going on,
and you speak in absolutes and definitives.
Yeah, but it's a mental disorder because if I really am honest, of course I can't know what the future is or what people why people are behaving.
The first step is recognizing it. Okay.
Crystal looks pained right now. Are you okay?
I believe it. You understand?
Yeah.
Is this happening at home?
God, yes.
It's
that was a God yes.
Yeah, that was a whispered.
It's like when someone yells out the N-word if they have Tourette's, right?
Okay.
If they're not a bad person, it's their disease.
Okay. So that's what you're saying.
No, that's an excuse. You cannot make excuses for who you are as a person.
But you don't seem to be.
This is just like Tourette's.
Well, here's what I would say. I like the disease angle.
There's that angle. I'm telling you the truth.
I do like it, but part of your disease, does it kill some of your open-mindedness to possibly fixing it?
It's all closed.
Yeah. Okay, it's all closed up.
The door has shut.
That's why.
Yeah. Now
you try to treat the Tourette's, they can't be treated.
I tell him sometimes nobody likes talking to you. And then he's like,
that's what I told you.
I said a variation of that yesterday, but I didn't say nobody likes talking to you. I said, I don't think people like talking. I don't think people like hearing Mr. Angry Know-It-All, right? Something like that. Yeah. Like a mad know-it-all.
I don't think it was a good thing.
Nobody and this isn't a heat of an argument, where I say, nobody even likes talking to you. Like that.
Oh, shit.
And then he'll say, I know! So he doesn't want to be this way. And so then I say, how can we change? How can we? I've been telling him for years, I think he should go to a month-long retreat. Like a month-long, communication with the outside world, go with a bunch of other men and climb a mountain or something.
Okay.
Ayahuasca.
So you want him to go on a no cell phone gay mountain.
Meditate.
I like that.
Can you guess if I think that will work?
That's the game. I know.
No THC, no Adderall.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said to him yesterday.
Adderall.
We were talking a little bit about this, and I said, I said to him, I'm not going to give you the particulars because that's our business, but I basically said to him, I'm very shy to give any, I love you, I love this guy with all my heart, but I'm not going to give you what I think you should do because you don't care what I say.
And then his response will probably anger you. Because it will be dismississive.
No, he wasn't really dismissive.
Okay, well, that's how I feel.
Because I was like, I would give
I believe it wrong. How else am I supposed to say it?
Wait, did this start when you went on Adderall? Did all of this change?
No.
Are we going to really do this?
Calm down, calm.
Are we going to talk
Bill Cosby.
I'm going to diagnose
Don't
you.
take my drugs away. Calm.
Cosby's fine. By the way, not in jail, totally fine.
Anyway.
The Adderall, I remember when he first started taking it, he was irritable. And I'm like, geez. And he would say, I just need time to get used to it, level out or whatever. But
that's what the fly said.
Yeah,
when he was Brundlefly, right? He's like, I just need time to acclimate to my powers. And then he went crazy and died.
It would be interesting to see you now. How long have you been on it? How many years have you been on Adderall?
I don't know.
Don't
I
take
have no idea.
sweet juice. That's his lightning.
And I was born like this.
No, because you used to be a more go with the flow.
You were a flow guy.
I've said that before. Does that make him mad when we say when we recount how he used to be?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Has anybody in this room tried to teach my son something? Well, two people have, and guess what? They will tell you they know it, and they don't want to be taught.
That's how
they
kids
know how
are,
to do
though.
it.
Yeah, kids are super self-centered.
like that.
I don't know. That's how I was too.
I have
and guess
seen that,
what?
and it is like a miniature dove. I got it.
I never grew out of it.
Honestly, the worst thing for my argument of convincing him to get self-help is Tommy. Because everything I say, he's like, well, look at Tommy.
Yeah.
That's just how we are. There's no arguing genetics. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but don't you want to try to change?
No, I don't think he does.
But you recognize that you have an affliction, so don't you want to try? So what's your plan? What's your plan?
This is I'm telling you the start of what I'm realizing.
Okay.
Most radio hosts do go affliction, by the way. That is the direction, right?
The clothing brand?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm just having an epiphany here. It's like, oh my God, maybe he
Sparkly shirts?
Maybe he is at the age of affliction. You need some pointy boots.
And they all change for the better.
Most of them turn gay.
So I'll tell you how this has come back and bit me in the ass and showed me that maybe I don't know it all. A week ago, about a week or 10 days ago, I get the doorbell rings.
Did you shit your pants again?
And
You know
don't
what?
bring
That
it up.
was not.
You
that
know
was
what?
Fucked up.
I'm trying to throw in some fun in here.
It was good.
It was kind of a shot, though. It had nothing to do with what we're talking about.
He brought it up.
Well, now I only eat a banana before I run out.
See, he changed.
Like a monkey.
All it took was pooping his pants, and he changed his diet.
I barfed running the other day. I was running and I went, and then I kept running.
Yeah, guess what she had before she ran? A big old J-Rob.
Yeah, J-Rob.
Yeah, you cannot eat that.
Drink a
have that
J-Rob.
shaking around.
Andrea drank a big mega J-Rob, and she throws all the acai, and she puts the spinach clumps and all the garbage in there. I make a standard peanut butter Danny. Like, I gotta have it tasted good. It's got peanut butter.
It just got lumpy in my throat, and I had one thing, and then I kept running.
You can never make jokes about him because you, at the same spot in Baldwin, have both puked and pissed your yoga pants.
Oh, all right, when I peed.
Yeah,
running
you
after
pissed
the
your
dog.
pants running after a dog.
Yeah.
So
I got your bag, buddy.
I get a knock on the door, and then I answer it. By the way,
I don't answer
Should
the
I
door.
put-
I'm afraid of everyone.
I answered it with no shirt on, and then as
He's
I was
always shirtless now, guys.
talking to
He
my
likes it,
neighbor,
doesn't
I was
he?
like, "This isn't appropriate. I should put it on a
Did
shirt."
do you pull it down so you can see a little bit of
No,
it?
I'm not.
V?
No,
He
no.
shows the runner's
I'm not
cut.
that
You
good
got to
at
show
shape.
the runner's cut.
I got a flabby, loose skin.
Nah.
old
Why?
man
Why do
belly.
you take your
Suck it
shirt
in.
off?
Yeah.
Now, is it just? Why do you take your shirt off?
It's so hot. And then I take off my work uniform, and then I put on Dukes, and that's it.
Yeah,
And then I
Dukes
wear
and a
that
headband.
until I
Yeah.
shower. Okay. Anyway, so
Called the Tarzan.
it's my neighbor that's at the door, and then she
Woman or man? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Woman.
the neighbors that live down the street, and she's like, "I found this. Is this yours?" And I look down in her hand, and it's a key. And then I'm like, wow. And then because I'm confused, I'm like, what key is that? And then I realized because the flotation device where you put your registration that's on the key was detached, and she had that in her other hand. And she's like, I found this, and the registration said your name. And then I realized it's my boat key.
Oh my God!
Right?
Well, I mean, like, that also, isn't this lady dumb? If she's like, is this yours? It's got your fucking name on it. Of course it's
She was
fucking
trying
yours.
to be nice, I guess.
Yeah, like this idiot drops his fucking shit again.
Yeah. Just leave it in the mailbox.
Yeah, this fucking idiot. Yeah.
I'm jacking off in there.
I'm jacking off with no shirt in there, pretending to be the king of the goddamn Orlando.
So anyway, and I'm like, oh shit, my boat
She
key.
didn't realize how close she was to getting jacked off on.
So then I'm like, so she gives my boat key. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, it was under your neighbor's truck out there.
Oh, my God.
in the
Those
side-
raccoons are trying to have a
So
party.
this lady is crawling into your neighbor's truck
I don't-
because she saw.
She was They were walking their dog, and they saw a
Wait,
key.
is your boat at your house or is it
No,
at the?
no.
Oh,
No, no.
Oh, my
so
God.
then it dawned on me what happened.
Did it dawn on you, or did somebody tell you?
Oh.
You know what?
Is your name Don Don?
Oh, you know what? We got goddamn surveillance cameras everywhere in the house. I can't do shit.
Oh, we have one now.
Chris is like, where are you at? I'm getting a haircut from John. He moved locations.
Yeah, John the barber.
And then she's like, where are you at? Are you with your mistress? It's just a Tuesday afternoon.
He
I'm trying to
moved.
get my haircut.
Right. Oh, and you didn't know?
No,
that
yeah,
he had
and then
moved?
he said
And
he was going to be home
tracked
at
her?
4, and it
Yeah.
was 4:30. So I'm like, wonder if he's
And
still at work.
And he's
It's
at the
off.
Salon Loft Apartments in Maitland getting his dick
So
sucked.
like, this 55 and up community over here might be paying him
Yeah.
to come.
Are you getting your
surface.
dick sucked by a tilted kilt
Yeah.
girl?
Don't you know I know you're tracking my every move, and there's no way.
only
She made me
joking
do
around.
that. She made me put myself so she can track me.
Yeah.
And never mind.
Listen, if I'm getting my dick sucked, I'm leaving my phone in the office. I'm not that dumb. Anyway.
But then I would
just
text
made it
from
worse.
your phone to Chris. I'd be like, he's getting his dick sucked. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous.
So
I want my dick sucked.
anyway, I realized, and Crystal realized what happened.
Wait, you
after
mean
she-
Don Don. Her name is now Don Don. So Don Don told you...
Well,
what
so days before, TC said to me, my glove box is open. when I got into the car
Oh,
today.
he wants
And I
sex.
said,
That's what he means. He wants sex. He got my glove boxes open.
Somebody rifled through your truck last night, and I said to myself, "Oh shoot, I forgot to lock it last night." Because every night I make the rounds, I lock all the doors in the house, turn all the lights off, and I go and I click his little lock button.
He hates it.
I forgot to do it that night.
Yeah, every morning.
So here's the thing: are they checking every night, or was it a coincidence?
If I knew Tom lived there, I would check every day.
Okay, so anyway, TC.
I know people have heard this and they're tired of it. This has happened multiple times, but now I'm being forced to change my ways, and I'll explain.
So, do you have the touch lock where you just
not
grab
on his truck?
Oh, you need that doesn't help it.
It doesn't
went
auto
cheap
lock.
on the truck.
Okay.
He wanted to go cheap. He's like, give me the ones with the roll down. He's like, he's going to cheap it out on it.
Okay.
So TC's telling me, they found my boat key, and it must have fallen out of the boat. And I'm like, it fell out of the boat in like June. The last time we had the boat here was in June. It's been in the street since June. It hasn't rained away. Like, I'm like, hello, your glove box was open 2 days ago. It's obviously somebody thought it was a key to something and then just threw it into the street.
Yeah, once they realized it was a boat
it was
key.
nothing.
Yeah,
they
they're like, throw it.
But he's like, no, I don't know. Did that happen?
Hey, that's what he does to me when I say something. I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay, so
but why do you hold on to your book key? You don't give it to them?
No,
they lose it.
I keep it in the middle console of my
Don't tell
truck.
where-
You want to know where my guns and drugs are? I'll tell you.
It'll be locked next time.
No, okay. So,
okay.
And it's not BDM. It's the crackies that are doing this, that are wandering around checking door locks. Teenager, whatever.
It's kids. Yeah, we have door pullers around here. It's terrible.
So what? And I know this has happened multiple times. They took my wallet. The joke with the dick cards.
Well, how many times has your
Cell
wallet
phone got
been?
stolen?
Yeah, but
Let's add it up, because Andrea, someone that I say is a lot like you multiple times, that like also does not lock her car, and
It's been a long time.
Yeah, but like you went through a phase where you lost like 3 iPods.
Yes, this was back in the iPod.
I just
day.
want to
That's
make
how
sure.
long
I
ago.
just want to make sure it's reflected that those that
It was
claim
in
to
the
be so
early days of the
goddamn logical
clicking.
can't lock their goddamn cars.
So this goes back.
We all don't have a fancy car. We walk away from it.
Well, maybe you should get one.
This goes back to thinking I know everything. So I understood the world to be, all right, there's door checkers. They're looking for valuables to take so they can sell for drugs because they are addicted to pain pills. This is what I know. And
Pretty
then,
accurate.
So when they're checking for, they check to see if your door's unlocked, and they're hoping to find a gun, some money, maybe some idiot left their wallet in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or drugs.
Yeah,
Sometimes
like,
people put drugs in their
technology. Yeah, imagine if you found a bottle of pain pills.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
That's a cracky's lottery.
Yeah.
But you find an actual bottle of drugs.
I actually do keep my cramp medicine in my car in case I have cramp.
but
Is it pain pills?
It's
or
not like
it's just
hardcore.
acetaminophen?
No, it's not. No, it's prescription naproxen.
Yeah, but naproxen don't get you fucked up.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why when people
some
palm me,
people
then I
don't know.
throw them right away.
Yeah. Then my liver fails. I don't need that.
Yeah, I don't want any of that.
I need straight opiate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just understood that as long if I leave my wallet in there and it gets stolen, yes, but that's the price I pay for keeping my doors unlocked. But if I have nothing of value, then I can live keeping my doors unlocked.
Right.
That's how I thought. That's the
Why
reality.
would that be more important to you, though? I guess like the question for me would be like, why do you weight that?
Identity
Why
theft.
do you weight the life of just going with no doors, like literally just open door policy?
Yeah.
Why does that weigh heavier as being more valuable in your mind than the person that just locks the doors? Because both are just as easy in my mind.
Because I have other disabilities that prevent me from remembering to lock my door.
All right, it's multiple disabilities.
So instead of trying to fix that disability,
Yes.
I just live with a new disability. that goes and pairs well with my other disability because I'm lazy.
But
I don't want to
you
fix
know-
my other problems. I just want to figure out a way to live with them.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
the craggies want the easy thing, but it could be the person that does like, oh, I got their name, I got their address, and now like I'm going to steal their like identity theft wise.
I think they do that digitally. The door checkers, they're looking for
they could
change
sell
and guns and stuff. That's what I know.
It's more like quick money. Like you would pull it open for guns. I think they're really looking for guns. Number one.
Yeah.
Because most people have one in their glove box.
Or keep it under the car. Yeah, that's why they look in the glove box or
100%.
whatever.
And you can get like $300 quick.
Yeah.
with a gun. It's like-
Guns are
Do
valuable.
you have your garage door clicker in your car?
Oh, yeah. They're not looking to kill my family.
No, but I'm saying they could hit the garage door and look
could just
in
grab.
there. Yeah, and grab what's in there.
The garage door and come back later.
I'll be screaming, this is a disability when they do
Don't kill a disabled man. Yeah, you'll be fighting with them.
Anyway, so
there are people with disabilities in the chat room very offended right now. I like that. We're doing good work.
how can you be defended?
Defended.
I'm offended. I'm with you. I'm on your team.
Hashtag me too.
So I've realized that I have been wrong. That
Whoa, guys, mark it.
a cracky will randomly grab a boat key.
Yeah.
That obviously, what the fuck is value
What
of
the
that?
fuck is this? Throw it right out. Yeah, who cares?
Pick it out of my truck and then walk down the street and
Do you
throw
think
it.
they thought there were pain pills in the
It
turning
might
thing?
be because it was broken. That part was broken, and then it was open and separated. So maybe they thought there was cash in there. Maybe they thought there was something.
And so they were just like, I'm grabbing this, I'm going to walk. And then they looked, and then nothing was there. So
And then they
Yes.
tossed it.
Or they were just fucking around like, I'm going
I
to take
don't
this
think that's
motherfucker's boat key and throw it in the
cannot say yes. That's probably what happened. He cannot. It is.
No, it could
You're
have.
incapable of saying.
Did you,
yeah,
do
that's
you catch
probably what
these
happened.
people on your cameras?
It didn't pick it up that night. I have no activity.
Inside job. It was the boys.
Here,
How weird! In the middle of the night, I had no activity there on the camera.
the problem with this all is that now the reality that I lived in, that they were only looking for change and other
Yeah.
shit, and
So
they
you
would,
were wrong on that.
and they would never take my boat key. That has changed, and now I have to change my life and lock my
Right.
doors now because now they could take anything and just throw it out of my truck.
Yeah.
Because who knows if they take some other shit.
Right, like if
my
she didn't
paperwork.
return that, it would have been so inconvenient because we would have gone to take the boat out and not had the key and been like, where is that key?
Yeah,
you would have been
yeah.
blaming me for it. We would have been blaming Boat Tree for losing it. And then you'd have to go get a new one. And so it's not
expensive.
just about them stealing your money or
I know.
your phone.
I'm going to have to lock my doors.
Again, it's hard for me to believe that you think not locking your house, using your security system, or locking your car is an easier and more logical way to live.
It's not. He's just
Then-
anti. He's decided he's against it,
makes
and
me-
that's it.
yeah,
you can't go back.
Sometimes it makes me feel like the thing you have against it is that everybody's doing it.
Yes.
And you're like,
I think
well, I want to be different.
yes.
No, it's
I
it's
want to be
You're
bad.
wrong.
it's
I'm
lazy.
really trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out.
I'm telling you this. I'll never remember to lock my truck doors.
Every day that he goes to the car to open it and
Sure.
it's locked, he goes, God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he tells me about it when he gets
Every
there.
day. It's every day I do it. Every day.
All it is
It's
is
like-
Yeah, it's
But
very
he forgets,
it's small,
and
though.
so he's got the keys in
It's
his
such
pocket.
a tiny thing. Yeah, I realize everybody's different, but that is just one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things that I can't. Because to me, like, just
Why do you
getting-
have an anxiety?
Yeah, I know.
Why are
I
you
know.
nervous about going? You don't
I know.
think, or you care about
get
the
it.
park? Like that is a zero to me. But I
get it.
care. My sons leave their goddamn water bottles at school all the time. Like I'm like, where's your water bottle? Max like, oh, forgot it again. and then I'm like, I don't even get mad. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a rough way to live because that's how I've lived this life of just forgetting everything, not
Yeah.
paying attention to shit. And then anyway, back to
But you're going to try.
Yeah. So what's
You're
the plan?
telling us.
well,
this is good. This will be a good trial.
I think that you don't have a plan yet. This is like first
I'm-
step
yeah,
is
just
admitting.
discovering.
I like
Yeah.
that. I
Discover.
did
Maybe
think,
I
you
do
know
not
what?
know
You're
it all.
a good support staff. You know why? Because you weren't going to allow me and Andrea to get ahead of where he may be because you really want this to catch.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, I'm
do
on
it
your
right.
team. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm
Slow
with you.
down.
Yeah. Baby
So you
steps.
don't know everything. That's
Baby
what you're
steps.
admitting to.
Yeah, okay. So, but once I fix,
Oh, he didn't say yes.
That was good. That was pretty good.
but once I fix this and I'm perfect, then you guys are real fussy. Because then I'll tell everybody how it is. Anyway, no, I don't. It is a fucked up way to live. Just thinking that I know the answer. Like I believe that I do. It's not even. And people think.
I think it's a better way to live, though, than thinking you don't. Okay, let me give you the opposite. Because I think I have a lot of the opposite, is I think I don't know how to do shit.
I'm like that.
And I'm very, so I think.
Self-doubtful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
that's-
I think what you have, if we're going to call them all disabilities, which in a cutesy way, yeah, everybody's got things about them that they wish they could overcome, make better, do better. But yeah, for that, I think what you have is more beneficial than doubt.
Yeah, but you and me are more likable.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
That's why I'm glad you're here. That's a good point.
Daniel tells me all the time. He's like, man, a lot of people tell me what's going on with their lives or whatever. And then every time he tells tells me, I'm like, no one tells me nothing. Like, no one confides in me or like
We do think
reaches
Daniel
out
has
like,
this
hey,
face where they just tell him.
I'm going through a problem.
Yeah, she'll be
I'm
there. She'll be
like,
like,
why do
who's
people
on the
lean
phone?
on you
You're
so
like,
much?
Well,
you're welcoming.
They think he's going to help them. Me. They don't even ask. They don't even tell me about their problems or whatever. Nothing, and no one tells me shit.
This is an interesting. That's very interesting.
But do you
Crystal.
think because you've been in radio for so long and you've said what you think immediately has changed the way you don't like stop and think about what you say? So like you don't want to be argumentative and you don't want to discount somebody, but because you've been on the radio and you've always had to like go fast and say what you think.
Maybe because I do a
You got
Crystal.
a maybe.
I know. I'm close.
Hey, that's all right.
No.
It's just
I've been trying to analyze
I
it.
think
I
that
don't
you
know.
are really close, Andrea, because sometimes I think, and I don't know if Daniel is like this either or anybody else, but even TC's desire to look ahead constantly, like not being right, but just constantly thinking ahead, 2 steps ahead, planning ahead,
planning.
living ahead, I feel like is because of being in radio and having to always have something on deck to say. Like otherwise
Right.
you have a lull or you have a quiet. And I think that's bled over into like his personal life and his actual personality, and like now he can't just be and enjoy what's happening now because he's already on to the next thing.
I knew radio would ruin my personality as soon as I started. Because I looked around and I'm like, I don't want to be like any of these dickheads. And I turned into it.
Look at all these fat dickheads. I don't want to be.
I'm wearing this affliction shirt.
That's why he works out. He's like, I'm not going to be a fat radio dickhead. I'll try my
Yeah,
hardest.
guess what? You go to prison like 10 years later, you're like, well, maybe I will get a Nazi tattoo.
If he starts shopping at Buckle now, then I got a problem.
Jesus Christ.
goodness.
The chat room is saying that this was an intervention, and that we actually made some headway here.
I think so. Okay, somebody in the chat room find a male retreat. And I need to send him.
Is he going to be like, what's his name? What's the Jets quarterback? What's his name? Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, you
You're going
need
to go
some
away to an
ayahuasca?
Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca?
I want to do that. He did it.
Yeah, and he,
he's
but I think he's a know-it-all jerk. Right? He's like, doctors don't know shit. I'm fucking Aaron Rodgers. I'm the goddamn doctor of the world.
Didn't he not go to like training camp or something? You know,
Yeah,
he just
does
showed
what he
up.
wants.
Yeah, he's doing ayahuasca.
He does what he wants because he's a goddamn know-it-all, and know-it-alls do what they want.
There you go. You're going to the Aaron Rodgers.
Trust me, there's a part of you.
God damn it.
I am so jealous sometimes of your confidence. Like, if we're just going to talk about it, I get very jealous of seeing him. Like I don't know what it feels like to be talking to someone and disagree and look at them and be like, nah, what you're saying is totally damn wrong. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Because there are times when I'll be having conversations and I am right, but I don't have enough confidence to tell the person, even in a slightly harsh way, that they're wrong. I get flustered and my brain starts
Yeah, I
short-circuiting.
start getting tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot argue with people, even if and not in a like I'm right, you're wrong kind of way, but if I'm just put in a position where I have to lay some facts out, I start freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't know. My face gets hot.
I go
my
too
eyes start
fast.
watering.
I go too fast with my facts. I start spitting them so it sounds like I'm not confident in my facts.
Yeah.
Just yell out, nah. You don't need any facts to back up into the You just yell out.
I'm confident, no.
One confident
And they're
no.
so stunned that they're like, what?
Yeah. Sure about that? That's all you need. Anyway.
So you're going to try. So you're going to try to log in?
I don't know.
Yes. The word is yes.
I mean, I'd
The word you're
almost,
looking for is
and I
yes.
hate to say this, and I'm going to take shit from the listeners, but I'd almost be willing to default to just take the boat key out and keep not locking it. Just put the boat key in a different spot.
Yeah.
Well,
but
then there's the
inevitably-
lug nuts are in there. The star key for the lug nuts on the
for
tire.
lock,
God.
lock,
And
yeah.
just inevitably.
We were
kids-
talking about that recently. Where remember the rash of a couple of years ago where people were stealing people's wheels and tires like all the time?
Yeah.
You know,
The kids leave their Nintendo in there sometimes. I mean, I don't want my kid's
Okay.
Nintendo to
that's
get
rad.
taken.
Yeah, don't put that. Don't leave that in there.
back to door checkers.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of cars. Like everybody else besides me in this room, their doors.
Every night, Andrea's car is probably checked. Like every other
But
night.
it locks automatically.
It doesn't lock automatically. But I don't
Yes,
have
it
to take
does.
my key out. No, I just dink.
Yeah,
I
but
can touch
it'll Kessie lock on you. Like when you leave, Like when you get out of range with your key, it automatically locks. I know for a fact.
Or I have an app. My app will alert me that my car is unlocked.
Okay, yeah, but I know a lot like Crystal's Traverse and stuff like it'll just auto lock itself after you walk away with the fob.
That's what mine does.
And then I imagine there's a lot of cars that do that.
Yeah.
So in maybe in 20 years. All cars will do that. Like every production car made will probably have an auto lock of some sort.
Most of them sort of do now, like where they have.
That's what I think.
I think it's called the Kesey system, Kesey, and that's the one that you have where you can like just touch, or it has the buttons on the.
I want that for my house.
The key fob.
I need that for my house.
Oh, you can do that.
We have
that touch.
Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah.
Where we don't have a key to unlock our. We have a
just
keypad.
like a little pad.
And you walk away,
pad.
and after like 30 seconds,
it just
auto
locks
locks
it all up. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So the people that check the door locks, do they check every car, or are they aware of the models of cars that don't have the auto lock?
I think they're checking everything.
They're
Because
just
I don't think
kids. They don't know what the hell.
Like I would check,
just after a while,
I would
you would
pull
be like,
everything because even my car will fuck up sometimes, and if. Let's say my Tesla key, my phone's my key.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I walk here, I always check it though because you and I are obviously different people.
Yeah.
I'll look at my phone to make sure it's locked, but sometimes it won't lock.
Oh, so it fucks up sometimes.
Sometimes,
But
because there's so much
it will
Bluetooth
notify you
interference. It'll tell
if it's been unlocked for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Or if a door's open, it'll tell me. Or if a window's open, it'll tell me.
I just curious to talk to a door checker, like someone that does this all the time, and find out
door
like
checkers. Give us a call.
what their process is every night.
I think it's just they check everything. Whatever's there that they're walking through. Because they're acting like they're just walking. Because they've got to like do it on the sly, so they're just
I caught a guy. Remember the one time I caught him by your car?
Yeah.
There was
just go for walks at night and just check around, and then every once in a while you get a gun or some sweet.
Well,
pain
this guy
pills.
had a dog. I mean, this guy looked as legitimate as anybody. He didn't look like he was a kid, but he was walking a dog.
Okay, so
and he walked by
Distraction.
Andrea's car,
Yeah,
and he pulled the door, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" Because I was out there. He didn't see me out there with Dansby.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I feel like I want to tell them like, hey, most the new cars auto locks. You gotta go for the old
Oh my god! Oh my god! He wants to go tell them. He's like, I want to
They're wasting their time. They're just checking every door.
Casey, do you realize this whole entire conversation led to you wanting to inform somebody else of something?
Enable the children is what he.
They don't care. They're on pain
So
pills.
are you doing this just so you can say I was leaving them open for him? I love them. I love them.
No. I wanted to buy a money bomb. I was looking today on eBay because I was like, those motherfuckers that caused me to change my life. Because as a
Why don't you put something with an air tag on it so you can go to their house once you find?
Oh yeah, so that he's fighting some child.
I don't need any of that. I just need it to blow up something in their face.
So you're gonna blow up a shit bomb in your own car?
Yeah, but if
a glitter bomb.
But if it gets them, and then I started looking up like the money, like the fake bank exploding die packs that are in like stacks of money.
You'd just do it in your truck.
But I feel like then they would retaliate against us. Because you know what I mean, like now you've painted their car inside of their car. Now their mom knows, and they're going to come back.
Why don't you just?
I'll be waiting for it.
Why don't you just rewire your airbag?
Just
blow their fucking face off.
And then it happens to him in the morning.
I'll blow my goddamn hat off. Forget it. I'll be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because you forgot it was there.
You know those videos where they take the airbag, they put it under people's couches, and they
Man, are those real?
They are real,
that's
and it's extremely popular in the fat Latin community. If you're a fat Latin guy that works at a tire place, you're blowing your friends off with airbags.
I mean, these people are
it's a thing.
breaking their bones doing that.
Oh, yeah. People get hurt real bad. But I'll watch the videos all day.
I always just assume those were some fake thing I shouldn't be believing on the internet.
Maisie at night has now wanted to watch YouTube videos of fails.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where she wants to go. She started with sweet puppy videos, and then it popped up like fails, and she's like, I want to watch
That's
Now
a downward spiral.
Now we're on regular YouTube. We're off the kid YouTube. So some of the
this is when we're around.
Yeah, some of the fail videos we were watching were I'm virtually certain people were burning alive in cars and dying. Like, it was like watch this, and it was like some of those street shutdown videos where they're doing the donuts, and then there's like 1,000 people around in Miami.
Oh yeah, there's
and
some guy
bodies
with
are flying.
You're mowing some of those people
just
down.
bodies everywhere. And Maisie's like, what's happening?
Some dude gets his Air Force Ones blasted off. He lands on his head.
There's that real famous one where the guy's shoes stayed, but he blew out of the shoes.
Andres tells me that happens down in Miami, and then you just have to wait to go to work. Like you have to sit there in traffic and wait until they do.
Just turn the news up.
They do donuts around, and then there's like no cops if goddamn lawless down there, and then they just take off, and then you drive to work.
You just turn up your news a little bit, your NPR.
But I looked up those goddamn exploding die packs, and they don't sell them. They're only on eBay now, and they're like $500 to $1,000 because they're like vintage. And then I was like, "What's that worth? There's not. You can't really just buy it."
Is now the new technology to put a tracker device or something instead of the exploding die pack?
The last couple times I've rented a car, I get a notification on my phone that says there's an AirTag following you. There's an AirTag with you.
Oh.
And so I feel like that's not effective anymore. If you put an AirTag in something and then it alerts the person's phone.
And then you use your phone to find the AirTag and then you smash the shit out.
Yeah.
No, but like
That's
at
what I
money
would do.
places, like do they not do die packs anymore? Do they do some sort of tracking device? Maybe not an AirTag, but
Probably a GPS of
Or a
some
tile.
sort. Yeah. I bet banks have. I don't think they do the exploding die. I think it's old like
there'd
70s technology.
There'd be no reason. And didn't it render the money useless?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could take some black light.
But what does that matter? Because if we have problems, we just print more money anyway, right?
Well, it's just for
So they can't use it.
Yeah, it's to
discourage them.
Discourage any sort of robbers because they're going to put a die pack in my money bag and it's going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I just thought.
I would ask them, did you put a die pack in the money before? And I'm like, listen, if you did, if I unzip this and there's a money pack, or I'm going to blow your brains out. And then they take it out. Right? I feel like I would be.
So
able
then
to
you just say yes, there is, and then they leave it, and don't take the bag. Right?
Oh, okay. No, I would say.
Yeah, hey, it's not me, but my boss.
He puts
them in there.
And then I'd say, take it out. I'd have the gun on him.
Okay.
I'd say, take it. I'd say, take the fucking. And I'd also, then I'd
Daniel knows how to be a criminal.
My boss
I do.
knows. My boss has the key. I don't have the key.
I think about this stuff. Okay, you want to role play? And then I would say, take your top off. I got just enough time to see your suck your titties before I get the fuck out of here. Right? I would would do that. I'd be like, and there's is the die pack in there? And they're like, I was like, my boss put it in there. I was like, well, you take it off and let me see your titties. I want to suck on them a little bit before I get the fuck out of here.
Before I get in trouble and I got to
This
go
is
to
a bad
jail.
look for me. This is a bad look for me. I'm just telling you what I would do if I were a criminal.
You know you're going to jail.
With my criminal knowledge, it's Daniel's titty sucking. we could be the best.
We could be the greatest high spin of all time.
God, the wet bandits.
Yeah.
all over it.
The wet bandit.
Oh my God, you guys! Please be the wet bandits for Halloween. this
Okay,
year.
I had an idea.
You be Marv.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you something, Crystal Van.
Do we have to draw an
Hold
iron
on.
on his face?
Hold on one second. Because I did this.
I'm the fool.
This is 3 years ago. I had this idea. 3 years ago is when we got the Home Alone. When we got the fucking
Christmas
Home Alone Lego
Lego.
set.
Yes, you told me about
I got that. The Baldwin Christmas Parade. It would be so easy for us to get a white van and put the plumbing logo on there with a ladder
blue
on the
van.
top.
Blue van.
Whatever. Yeah, and then I'll dress like Marv, or I'll dress like. No, not
he's Marv.
You're Marv,
Yeah.
and then I'll dress like the gold tooth of
Joe Pesci.
Joe
Pesci,
Pesci.
yeah.
And I'll wear the little hat with the flames that burned it. I'll have the gold tooth. You'll have the iron,
yeah.
and we'll drive the van in the Baldwin Christmas Parade. And then when we stop, the back opens up, and Max gets out, who looks like Home Alone, and he runs around, and we're like, "Well, get you, you knucklehead, you numbskull!"
I love it.
And then he runs back in the back of the car. We shut it, and then we drive a little bit more. People would be wanting our autograph.
I love
They'd be
it.
Taking photos.
How are they going to see you though? You guys have to like really lean out of the car. You got to really get your elbow out there. You know what I mean? So they can see you.
Yeah.
Or I'll just drive the van and you guys walk beside it and then.
Okay, that's true. You could have.
You look like Kevin's mom. You just need the long earrings. You need You need a chubby
Yeah.
guy to be to play
You do
John
kind of.
Candy.
I can see a little bit like Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Young Catherine O'Hara.
Let me see your tits. No, I'm
Crushed.
kidding.
Okay.
Doing it again. Sorry. Wait, are we robbers or are we? We're role playing.
Hey, how is this Home Alone thing going to make us any money? That's all I want to know.
Everybody's just like,
We want to have fun. We want to have fun. You know, I have always wanted to do Halloween costumes. And
like
he
a
never
group.
I've done it before. Don't
You mean
act
the
like
other thing I'm doing?
You guys are painting me like I'm a goddamn Grinch. I'm not that much of a
Hey, that's a great costume
Let's
for
paint you like the Grinch. Can we paint you like the Grinch?
Only
Crystal
the Grinch.
knows how to paint.
paint.
Crystal knows how to paint people green.
She does.
Yeah.
Brian
I see
Zilla.
how that happens.
There was This is the other thing I want to do.
Can we please do the Joe Pesci, though? Can we?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Don't let it die.
I'm ready to do it right now.
Remember when that Bahamian taxi driver called you Joe Pesci?
Oh, that's right.
Hey, Joe Pesci, you want some marijuana? Are you wanting me to buy some shit?
Sorry, I cut you off.
Senior ponytail?
No, this is the other thing I want to do. We're going to see Casey Musgraves, and I have to find, because I want a nudie suit.
It's not what you think.
A nudie suit there was a designer, all the rhinestone cowboy wear that you see that like all of your 70s and 80s like cowboy singers would wear. Those were considered nudie suits. It was a designer.
Embroidered suits.
Yeah, with like all the...
Okay, it's not the skin tight.
No. Let me see if I can find one here to show you. Nudie suits. They're very popular. And there's no way that I can afford one.
Like that.
This is the designer. You can see that guy right there. Nudie,
look at Post Malone. He's got one.
Old Nudie Con. Yeah, anybody that's like a rock star. They're real popular with rock stars. And
yeah, Daniel really wants to go all out for Casey.
All right, and where are you guys seeing her?
Here in town.
There's a nudie suit. Yeah. Right here you can see in the middle. See the guy in the yellow suit?
Yeah.
That's Nudie Con. He's the designer. He's the guy that made... His Indian
name is Nudie Khan.
Nudie Khan, Kahn. Yeah, he's an Indian gentleman, I believe. And so this was like sort of something that he started, real popular in the 70s and 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'll never be able...
something that like
There's
Elvis...
a Joe Pesci down there.
Yeah, there probably is. I'll never be able to afford one of these.
Yeah, over $1,000.
Yeah, they're so...
Well, you can make one. You don't have to get that.
No, but what I want to do in order to get it, because the embroidery it's going to take too long. There's no way to get it in time. I want to get a suit and then take it to Airbrush Pete and get him to airbrush all the stuff that should be embroidered on it. And then because Andrea and I know how to rhinestone because of Maisie's dance, I'll do my own rhinestones on it.
So you're going to make your own.
Yeah, I want to make my own nudie suit. So that's my new plan.
And you're going to wear it's going to be so hot.
It's going to be so hot.
In the kiss.
Yeah. I'm already sweating like crazy right now because I think our air conditioning finally died. Like I'm literally sweating like a pig right now.
You know what the thing is about your air conditioner? It's cold while it's on.
Yeah.
And the minute it turns off, hot as hell in here.
Yeah.
It's these lights.
It's unbearable.
Well,
fuck your lights.
Hopefully the new person who buys this dump will fix all like,
they're going to raise your rent by $1,200.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. You're
going to be moving back into my house.
No.
Can we move back into your house?
Oh.
It's worth the $1,200 just not to have to move all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said an extra $1,200.
Yeah.
You know, you're already...
No, I know. But we'd have to move.
They're lazy.
Oh, God.
They're fucking lazy.
Yeah, it's going
to... like, what? We're not going to move all this shit out
I'm not at all interested in moving. I figure if we
You could have your founders coming.
If we have to get out of here, I figure we just shut up shop. That's what I say. Yeah, I just say it's done. It's done.
It ran its course.
And I'll just start putting in applications in places.
Like a regular job?
Yeah.
No.
I'll go up here to Cycle Gear, be selling helmet cleaner.
No.
Yeah, you need some helmet cleaner, make your helmet not smell like shit.
Upsell. You need to sell multiples.
We'll get a van and we'll start robbing houses. I know which ones don't have the alarms. The older ones.
You guys are going to start pulling door handles at night.
I love it.
They will just start pissing everywhere.
And Danny's
we're the shit, man. The diarrhea bandit.
Yeah. We just diarrhea all over your house after we steal your
Speaking of diarrhea.
They're like, why would you do that?
Daniel
stole my grandma's ring and you shit diarrhea.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Daniel and I had Polish food last night for dinner. We went out on date night.
Did you just say, speaking of diarrhea? And we
had Polish food?
Yeah. Oh, this woman all night, it was literally, I thought Herb Alpert in the Tijuana Brass was playing.
Were you?
Do you know who that is?
Were you joining us? Yeah. We were driving by there to pick up some medication for Daniel, and then Maisie's at dance until 9:00 at night. So he was like, "Let's go," and I was like, "Okay."
How does Anna stay in business? We were the only people in there eating, and they cooked it from scratch. Like everything was made by hand. It was
fucking good.
It was on a porcelain plate with a doily. Am I lying?
No.
With a doily underneath it, with a tiny little napkin with regular like china that your grandma would have.
Yeah.
Like everything had like a little garnish, and it was so nice. The waiter like came over, and it was like,
you're giving too much.
It was too much.
Yeah, but
It's too good.
I bet they do catering and like events and stuff.
They have to.
I bet that's big. You know,
I felt bad. I felt uncomfortable. I was like, please don't bring bring me in. They're bringing it's just
Because they're like the only Polish place in town, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because Polonia went out of business.
Polonia was the other place. Yeah.
But it's like a mom and pop. They're like, it's because that's why we need to support mom and pops.
Babcia and Jaju's food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so close to her grandma's. Her grandma's was just like literally like 1 millimeter better, but it's so damn close.
Because they're a passion for Polish food, and they're not doing it for the money.
A word the man said.
I had to help Daniel.
And he said something that was crazy. Nobody in there. He's serving me like a slave, and he looks at me and he's like, the only thing I understood was I'm celebrating my 15th year serving here.
Yeah.
Oh, that day?
Well, like that. I mean,
That
he's been,
year. He's like, I've been here
15
years.
What, did he own the place, or
No,
he worked there?
He worked
Yeah,
there.
that's old school mom and pop.
Crazy.
Yeah.
15 years he's served like Polish food at Anna's.
And that's when you feel sad because you're like, man, when this goes away, there's not going to be
Another one.
because
It dies with him.
and
Yeah.
the place. I mean, it is like 80s.
It's
in
straight
there.
1981. Like when you walk
It
in,
reminds me of my grandma's house.
everything is burgundy vinyl. The chairs are like the very,
But damn, it's
very 80s business. Like everything is very rounded. Every edge is a rounded edge. It was very popular in the late 80s.
Pierogies.
Everything.
Yes.
It was just so good. But it did make me a little sad because I'm like, man, how's this place stay in business? Please stay in business because your food is so fucking good.
Yeah, I always like it when everybody's all disappointed when they go out of business.
But never went there.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, no. You're like, when's the last time you were
thing is,
there? Like,
yeah,
it was
Yeah.
10 years
Like
ago. You did it.
The vegan diner near us that just went out of business.
I know, yeah.
Why
I
did
was
it go
so
to business?
upset.
Everybody loved it.
Poor
all
management.
the reviews
I think
were
it was
great.
bad management. I think because they were not even open for a year, and I feel
No.
like if you ran out of money already, you didn't plan properly.
That's why you need
but-
a dickhead money man. Because all he cares about is making money.
Hold my boat key.
He'll keep you in business. Oh, he's a dick to talk to. Anyway, all right, let's take a break. And when we come back, speaking of people that think they know it all, Daniel was reading me comments about that super yacht that flipped over in Italy and then killed that billionaire.
Did they find
They found all the bodies.
found everything.
The
Yeah.
six.
Yeah.
But people are saying, like, why did this should have never happened?
What's the CEO of the company that actually engineered the boat? The guy
Right, the boat.
The guy
boat
that built the
CEO.
boat is literally, I don't think I've ever read an article where somebody not involved in what happened he's livid. Like, so mad. He's like, this is not, he's like, everything could have been avoided.
Yeah.
He's like, this whole thing is dumb. It's like, it's just ridiculous to even talk about it because it's like you did
it was user
everything
error?
wrong.
User error.
Yeah, he's like, you did everything wrong.
Well, when I heard in his comments, and we'll talk about it, I was like, oh, I know what happened. I know who was the captain and how he thought
we were
about
talking
the world.
that. I was like, you got to have this. Like, it's. I can't test this one really with him, right? Because it's not like you don't have somebody in your family that sunk a boat.
Yeah. Well,
just
yeah,
saying.
overconfident.
Yeah.
Like, oh, go out there.
So
Cat 5, that's bullshit.
Before you read the article, let's have you tell us what happened and see if it's what the CEO says
Oh, yeah.
happened.
All right, that's fair. The name of the artist is Los Camparinos. And
better be
the name of the
Marjorie.
song is Holy Smoke. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I have to turn the air down because I'm having a mini heart attack.
MyEternalVitality.com. That is Dr. Practice's. Oh, Dr. Practice.
Wait, hold on a second.
Dr. Power.
Who's Dr. Practice?
That's me.
We talk about practice. We talk about Dr. Practice.
Yeah, what's that?
We ain't talking about no Dr. Practice.
You want to see Dr. Practice. Even though they're all practicing medicine, you don't want to tell, like, hey, I'm Dr. Practice. What do you need? Anyway, Dr. Powers.
Dr. Powers is a far more confident name than Dr. Practice.
And he offers bioidentical hormone therapy for men and
Andrea's
women.
doing it right now.
Yeah. We all met with Dr. Powers. His team is great. What he offers our listeners is a way to feel better. And I've been talking to Dr. Powers since 8 months ago when I first started meeting with him and in just seeing what his practice is about and seeing what he was about. And throughout the time, I realized like he wants to help people. He used to work in a hospital, and then he realized like the benefits of hormone replacement therapy for so many people and
Can
how it could
fix
change their lives.
A lot of diseases, a lot of issues, a lot of problems that you might have.
Yeah. Also, he offers medically guided weight loss and a brand new service, this nutritional counseling.
Yeah. Andrea's doing that right now.
Yeah, to help people lose weight, feel better, and it is super reasonable too. When he told me how much it costs, and the great thing is that he offers a free consultation, so you can go sit down and talk to him for free, absolutely free.
We've had multiple listeners do it, and he just wants to get you in there and talk to you and see if it's a good fit.
Yeah, and it's all about living a better quality of life. And maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you. But I'm sure he could help you in some way, especially if you need some sort of help, or at least he could point you in the right direction.
True.
If you let him know you're a BDM, a Tom and Dan listener, he's a BDM, he's a listener.
Yeah.
So if
And
you're
he does
talking
other
to a
things,
listener,
too, like you had mentioned, like peptides or like gut health.
Oh, yeah.
Gut health is a big deal. Like I'm kind of going through some stuff right now. I suffer from IBS. There are things that you can do to make yourself not be inflamed or not be in pain.
And he didn't tell me to tell you guys this, but this is what I believe.
God, he's going rogue. Dr. Practice. Dr. Practice.
This is coming from Dr. Practice. But I really believe this is what celebrities and rich people have been doing for years and are still doing. It just now it's gotten to the point where regular people can afford it and do the same things that rich people and celebrities have been doing.
Just in time for us to die.
No, but with helping
biohacking your body.
Yeah, biohacking, and just having a medical professional help you with better quality of life.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Like living a better quality of life is worth it.
It definitely is.
Yeah. So,
and that is coming from Dr. Practice.
Free consultation. Just go and talk to Dr. Powers, myeternalvitality.com.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Krista.
You scared the shit out of me. Oh, my God. See what I have to deal with? It's how she flies out of bed. And Maisie does the same fucking thing.
TC, you had a post like recently in the BDM group about old school shirts. I went looking for some of my, because I still have some of my old shirts. I have a bear
like Tom
hanging.
and Dan shirts?
No, hanging from a noose. Like he was talking about her big,
racist. She has a lot of racist shirts.
I was about to say, what color bear is it?
Let's go, Brandon.
If it's a polar bear, it's fine. Any other bear, not
it's
good.
Alice in Chains shirt. But I used to have a Marilyn Manson crazy shirt and stuff. But I wasn't looking for those. I only found the Alice in Chains one.
Yeah.
Did your mom or dad have a problem with you?
I never probably wore it around my dad, but
you hid
my
a lot
mom
of things
did
from your
not
dad, right?
care. Yeah.
You hid.
Like my dad heard the 311 Blue album and was like appalled. My stepmom
311
faxed the Smash album by The Offspring lyrics to my dad. Faxed them because
damn motherfucker.
Yeah, because apparently I was letting my 5-year-old brother listen to that album. I mean, we were 9 years apart. So and my dad was like, "I'm so disappointed that you listen to this stuff."
Yeah.
But I'm wearing my Deftones Around the Fur shirt, and Maisie hates it because it looks like a naked.
Well, it also says Around the Fur, which is talking about.
It doesn't mean that.
It means something.
Chino has said that. Chino has said it doesn't mean that.
Then why did Chino say it? I don't say things unless I mean them. I don't say around the fur and then go like, no pubes.
Yeah. And he says it's not about that.
Then what's it about?
I'd have to look it back up. But he said it's not about that.
It has to be if the photo is with the chick.
Naked. Sorry, Chino. I don't buy that shit. I don't buy any of that.
If the photo was a bunny, then it's like, it didn't mean pussy. But if the chick is at a brawl.
Well, whatever.
Anyway.
This is one of my Spencer gift shirts.
Well, I was talking about like my mom.
Big Johnson.
My mom let me wear a Big Johnson t-shirt.
Yeah.
The poker one. There's a liquor in the front, poker in the rear, or back, or whatever. And
poker in the rear.
In the rear, yeah. It's like if you're coming into the building, it's a liquor store in the front, and poker's in the rear of the building.
And I was laughing on the BDM page, and then I posted like my mom let me wear the shirt to middle school. I was like in 7th grade or something.
Did you know what it meant?
Yeah, of course I did.
But did you know it meant like regular sex?
I was smoking in 8th grade. I saw porno.
Just like Marv from the Web Bandits.
I saw a lot of kids like in middle school. I mean, in DeLand, they wore whatever. I remember seeing a ton of big John.
The big hubbub when I was in school, and I'm older than you guys, was the Malcolm X shirts. And then them making kids that wore that turn them inside out.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
knock
okay,
it off. Knock that shit off. Turn your shirts inside out.
Some old white guy.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I don't know what
you want to know his
means.
name? You want to know his fucking name? This is such a great name. What do you think the guy's name
Knock
was?
this equality shit off.
Yeah, Malcolm X or the fuck knocker, turn that shit inside out. Do you want to know what his name was?
What?
Mr. Blood.
Old man, Mr.
Did you have
Blood.
Mr. Blood?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, Mr. Blood.
But
I did find a shirt when I was looking for that shirt today that said something about cock on the back and then said Daniel. It looked like a FSU shirt, Daniel. I found it in the old.
What, I have a cock shirt? You found my cock shirt.
Yeah.
What is
it? I don't know. It looked like an FSU shirt and like an Indian with a chicken. And then said something on the back and said Dan.
No, that's my dad's. That's one of my father's inappropriate shirts that I kept when he died. That's funny that you found that. It's an FSU shirt, and it's him holding a gamecock. Like whatever. What team is that?
South Carolina.
Yeah, he's holding a
Yeah.
South Carolina Gamecock, and then my dad's like, I love this shirt. Hey, he's choking a chicken. And that was my dad's fucking joke. And he's like,
Okay, I
choking
thought it
his
was for
chicken.
you. But Dad.
One of my dad's favorite jokes is choking your chicken. Like, I frown upon it a little bit, but he loved it. He loved it.
Yeah, we have a drawer with like
a
all
bunch of funny shirts in it.
What's also funny is that I text my mom. I was like, hey, remember when you let me wear this shirt in the 6th grade as the Big Johnson shirt?
Yeah.
Because I'm laughing about thinking, like, when I never let Tommy or Max
She
wear a Big
probably
Johnson.
had no idea.
Okay, well,
though.
that's what she said. She's like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was some sports thing or something. And then I'm like, it says Big Johnson.
Yeah, but I don't think
Big Johnson's not that obvious.
It's
Yeah,
not
my mom
hiding.
doesn't know what a Johnson. I don't think my mom died knowing what a Johnson is.
I thought like
It'd be
Johnson
like if you said
wa-
member, like your member. My mom would know what a member is.
But I thought like Lyndon B. Johnson.
You said Johnston.
No, well, Johnson.
No, like
that's what-
Big Johnson Game Club in Bimini. I feel like I could just go
you're
down
taking
that road.
You're taking it too far. So
I thought that was like
Big
a
Johnson golf course.
1950s term. Like Johnson has
hold
been
on
an
a second.
old school term for dick for a long time.
Did we get the term Johnson because Lyndon Johnson had a big dick?
I thought so. I thought that's what we said on the show.
You're telling me something I've never
No,
heard
I
before.
knew Lyndon Johnson had a big dick because there's audio of him calling the Hager Slack Company, and he's talking about he needs them to extend it a little bit because it cuts him between his taint and his bunghole. It's a quote. He's like, it cuts me in my bunghole.
So how does that indicate he's got a big...
He used to always pull it out.
Then he show it to like the king of China.
Yeah. It's how he would like. No. If he were doing a negotiation, he also notoriously. He also taped every conversation he had. He was super paranoid, and there were instances when he would just like walk into a room, and in order to like knock the other men down, he'd pull out his. He called it Jimbo. He had a name for his dick.
Jimbo Johnson.
Yeah, and he'd pull out his big old Jimbo, and he'd like flop it around. Look at my big dead dick.
Yeah.
And then the other men would be like, "Oh man, this guy means business. Don't nuke us, USA."
That's a real president. I want my president to show his giant dick.
Let's go, Jimbo.
Anyway, if your mom saw brand name Big Johnson, I don't think that I wouldn't have thought that meant big.
No, my mom
penis.
wouldn't either.
He's holding a giant poker chip.
A poker chip, yeah.
By his dick.
Yeah,
and it is Big
and
Johnson.
he's a nerd. I love how they always made him a nerd.
Yeah. And there's bikini girls all around him, horny.
I'd have to see the shirt.
It's all in the shirt. And he has a giant surfboard,
Here,
and
let me
all
see
the
if I can
other
find it
guys
for
have
you.
the small surfboards.
Hey, I'm looking at him.
And he's the whole joke is he's got a giant surfboard, and everybody else surfboard's small.
Are you asking the...
All right.
Anyway,
I hope when I'm...
Somebody
when
said,
I'm
I
older-
thought it was a reference to Lyndon B. Johnson.
It may be. I don't know. I think I just put two and two together. I've talked about both of those facts for years, like Lyndon B. Johnson has a big dick and Big Johnson shirts. I don't think I ever put it together that the reason that we in pop culture say a Johnson, like my dad would say that, like, stop playing with your Johnson. Like my dad knew the term Johnson. Yeah. Did we get that from LBJ?
Listen,
I think we may have.
I could be wrong, but I believed that the term Johnson
Makes sense to me.
For your wiener was used a long time ago. Like my mom, even in the 90s, should have understood like Big Johnson.
Yeah, maybe
he's
she
holding a
wasn't,
surfboard.
maybe she was a little more kept, like not a filthy whore, like she's a nice woman.
But I think
I just hope that when I'm old and my kids are 30 or 40 or however old you are, they don't blame me for the decisions they made and say, I can't believe my mom allowed me to do this bad thing that I chose.
Do you?
That's the best part of life.
Do you look at what the boys wear, and is there anything that they wouldn't be allowed to wear?
These kids don't know what they're putting on every day. They just want to wear a plain T-shirt and jeans. That's all they want to wear. They have no style. They don't know if the jeans are supposed to be skinny or fat or
Crystal asks, she's like, "Do you guys want to go school shopping with me? Go to the mall?" And they're like, "Yeah, you could just pick out what you think is good."
I like that too. Not care.
And then Crystal's like, "You sure? I'm going to pick your clothes out. And you're going to wear." And they're just playing Roblox. They're like, "Nah, I'm good with it."
They have been very specific. They don't want anything on the front.
So no,
they don't want graphic tees of any kind, like nothing.
Well, I think that's probably smart because you age out of it.
I bought Tommy some Volcom shirts.
I saw
Shout
that.
out to the manager of the Volcom store in Altamont. He was very nice to me.
Hey, I know what that means.
And it just had the little diamond right here on the breast, just small,
sure.
and he was like, all right. Like it was
he's like, it'll do.
Like he didn't. Does he want it on the back?
Was
it on the back? Anything?
There's
on the back?
some on the back, but he doesn't care if it's on the back.
Just nothing on the front. Nothing that draws attention to them.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder when, but they'll like change once they get into middle school, right? Where Tommy will want to wear. And what is the thing? Like when I was in middle school, it was like, if you had a no fear shirt, or if you had like a
no fear.
You know,
right now it's White Crocs with socks, or the for girl like Uggs. With socks,
Uggs.
Yeah, they're
like
back.
the short Uggs.
No, they're
short
little.
Uggs.
They're little
slides, little slide Uggs. Like big oversized kind of t-shirts.
So pajamas,
shorty Lululemon shorts.
But what for the boys?
For boys, what I've seen is just athletic wear. A lot of them say they just wear sweatpants, sweatshirts, and it's like 900 degrees outside.
Yeah, Tommy always wears his hoodie. He gets in the car and his hair's all wet, his face is all red, and I'm like, why are you wearing a hoodie and jeans? It's 100 degrees out there. That's what he wears.
Athletic wear.
See, you always want what you don't have. Maisie won't wear anything that's not like Nike Pro. Like everywhere I go where she has on like Nike Pro bottoms and like a crop top or like a bikini top.
With like she's an athlete.
With like a sport bottom. I mean, she's always dressed to like flip. Then I'm like, I even yelled at, like with you. I just said yelled with you, not at you. I don't want to buy dresses or anything anymore because they just don't get worn.
No.
So I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it anymore.
Sometimes we do have to say, you can't wear the little Nike Pro like tight shorts. I need to go out shopping. I need a little more.
Like we're going to dinner with your grandpa.
She's
you
used
can't
to being
wear
an athletic wear.
a crop top. Yeah.
Well, athletic wear is more comfortable, especially if you're an athlete.
But you know what? Even if that person is in good shape, I'm going to tell you something. This makes me a bad person. If people that I know that are successful, if you wear a lot of athletic wear, you don't do this, actually. You do it, I think, the right way. If you're always in yoga pants all the time, and you could be a millionaire, I look down on you. Like I look at you like you're not, like I'm like, if you're always carrying a water bottle in like some sort of like workout gear, I'm like, you don't take life seriously. All you do is work out.
That's
like
all I wear to work.
I know, but I don't take you seriously.
Okay. You did check out my butt as I was walking.
I do. I check. I saw her running across the street this morning, and I was doing the thing where I was like, oh yeah, and I didn't know it was her. And then I go, oh man, I totally just objectified
you.
That's
how you still.
She's got it.
Still got it. Yep. Still got that rear end.
Yeah. Last night or 2 nights ago, oh man, I got too high and I was pumping for too long.
I'm like,
I was back there digging for gold. Holy smokes, I was back there a long time.
Can I say what happened?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Did you slap your balls black again?
No,
do you know the listeners are obsessed with bringing
about that?
No. Do you remember the time he fucked you so hard he slapped his balls black and blue?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I do not know.
He claimed he fucked you so hard one time that he
talking about
it. I don't.
It's right up there with Old Man and the Mustang at this point. Like it's like it goes frog pajama, Old Man Mustang, black and blue balls.
I don't know.
Shit your pants.
Yeah. Well,
Is that in Jacksonville?
Yes, I want to hear what you just brought up.
Oh well, no, that it was just going on for a long time last night.
What?
Hey, you got it too?
Nice.
You got the lip dick? I got the lip dick. Help me, Dr. Powers. Help me, Dr. Powers. Help. I got the lip dick. I'm back there I was just back there pushing spaghetti in a socket.
Then it finished, and then it went
come
again.
on.
Whoa! My God, you got the double?
Double.
No, come on.
Oh, my God.
A long time.
Did you lock the boys out?
We never even disengaged.
Really? So he was just smeared all over the walls.
Well, listen, when the camel finally gets to the Sahara,
He drinks the lion's share.
Now, do you lock your doors now?
Yes.
You have
That sounded
to.
authentic.
Yeah, and our bedroom door is glass.
Right.
Your bedroom door is glass. You guys are some horny motherfuckers.
No,
you got naked pictures of yourself. You got an all glass shower. You got a naked glass door. Everything in your house is like Jackie Treehorn. It's fucking sexy in there,
No,
man.
it's like a fogged glass.
Yeah.
Because
I like that.
the bedroom door
you have
is right at the kitchen.
Have Andrea
so I
put her ass up against it and push her labia up against
I didn't like it being
so I
just
can see it through the
like
glass.
a plain door.
Right.
It's not aesthetic, so I
Yeah.
put a foggy glass door, and it looks like, I don't know, whatever. So, but if we leave the lights on, certain lights in the room, if they're on, it makes a silhouette.
Oh,
it makes
my
like a
God.
show.
I can see your nipples.
So we have to be careful which lights we leave on and off.
yeah.
When
I see your boner shadow, Dad.
Was it late enough that the
I saw
boys
my
are
dad's
asleep?
boner shadow.
they're asleep, but
okay.
who knows if they wake up and they come walking over and they see a damn silhouette. Scary
Yeah,
monster.
they see
in
this
there.
guy in there
that-
using the baby oil to get his pubes right.
What kind of puppet show is going on?
Hold on. I'm going to sell us
His
out.
legs are skinny.
I'm going to sell us out. We now have to sleep with two dogs in the bed because
Well-
one dog I've ruined and the other dog is the only connection I have left to my dead family. So both of them, they have to stay in the bed. It's just, it has to happen. You know this, Crystal. Lena, you going to sleep on the floor? What, are you fucking crazy?
What is this, an animal?
Yeah,
I'm going to
exactly.
treat her like an animal?
Put that sweet baby girl right in the bed where
And
she
Maggie
belongs.
is so old that we don't want her to sleep like in the bed and piss or poo
Yeah,
in
so
the
she
bed.
has to sleep
She
with-
sleeps in a bed on our bed.
Like
Yeah.
a little bassinet?
A shit.
Oh.
So she sleeps in a dog bed at the foot of our bed. And
When it shits and shits in the bed.
yes. So it's
Oh,
around
Daniel
it.
had to like throw her off the bed last night because she was about to shit in
Last
the bed.
night she was about to shit in the bed, and I was like, yeah, and I kicked her, and she went flying, and Maisie goes, Daddy, and then she started shitting, and then Maisie goes, you did it, because I got her off the bed. She didn't shit on the fucking bed. So, but we have the dog at the.
See, that's what we need. A couple animals to shit out of. That sounds good.
So we have Maggie at the end of the bed, and then we have Dansby at the top of the bed. So when we fuck, we only have a tiny area that we can
Right.
do
We
it.
have a king bed.
So I have to
but
kind of
these
like,
fucking
I have
dogs.
to like a miniature monkey man. I have to go under the covers and kind of get on her back, and she's naked and under covers, and I'm naked on the covers, and I just kind of get on her back and like give her a back rub, and then we just have a tiny space to fuck in. It's horrible. It's
and
horrible.
Dancy's like, and
Yeah.
then if you try to move him, he's
Yeah. And then he started sniffing it one time. He got his nose in there one time while I was eating it, and he came up beside
Come
me.
on.
I'm like, I don't
Oh,
need any
my.
pointers. I don't need any pointers. Get the fuck out of here.
This is because this guy. Dansby did
I have no
not
boundaries
sleep
with
in the
Dansby.
bed.
I have no boundaries with it. I let him go everywhere. Like, I hold him while I'm shitting. I hold Dansby while I'm shitting because I love him so much.
Yeah. But when I hear these
I'm obsessed
stories,
with him.
it just cements no dogs.
Am I obsessed with him?
Danny's
More than
obsessed
any dog I've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
It's a problem, isn't it?
Yes.
I
Like
love
he's
him.
really upset about like the cruise. And
I don't
you
even
have
want to go on a
board him.
cruise.
You have to board him.
I was told the lizards I'm just not going to go because I need to be with my dog.
My mom watches Maggie, and I think Dansby will be too much as well. So he's just going to go and have fun. But it's like we have to plan our vacations now where we can take the dog.
Nah, I love my dog.
That's you just Andrea. You shouldn't have said that. You just
Yeah, I know. That's it. I
my
mean,
chances. You're
Right? No. But we have a
killed
great,
them.
This is why.
We have a
she
great
loves
time.
dogs.
This was going to happen.
We take
We
him.
do
you
have a
know,
good time
we
bringing
took
him,
him
yeah.
to the river, and he loved the river. We're going to take him to Pigeon Forge next year, and he's going to. I got a creek house, and he's
Yeah,
going to
we're
love
gonna-
it there. And
Yeah, we're going to do some digging in the creek.
but we'll still go on things without him.
Not if my life.
TC, one time TC
yeah.
said to
That's-
me, if we get a dog, can you guarantee me that you will never say, oh, but I feel bad that we're going to make another vacation and not bring him, and then he's going to be here alone? And I said, no, I cannot guarantee that. And he said, well, then we're
There
not
are
getting
great,
a vacation.
there are great boarding places. Don't deny yourself
mom
the
lives
love of a
2
dog.
doors away
and
from
she's an animal lover. Do not deny yourself the love of a dog.
Right, you get so
You know,
much.
because
Oh,
of
I
that.
love it. So
I came up with a great business idea about those boarding places, and we'll have the big
No,
giant.
I heard this, and
Is
it
this
was
the bar? Is this the bar?
No, he
idea?
said-
No, that you make it look like your dog lives in paradise, so you just keep it in the kennel the whole time. The dog can't tell its owner, and nothing.
I could come back and there's
That
going
is
to be
what they do now.
there's going to be shit in
already
his
a
bowl.
joke.
There's shit in its paws.
Yeah. That was kind of like my idea of doing a crematorium.
Randy, I do the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
The place Stansby is going to is the finest of pet retreats.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He will be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He had to get a flu shot.
He'd be locked
to
in
go
jail
there.
the
Yeah,
whole
did
weekend.
you know that? Like, Dansby had to get a flu shot this morning.
I thought that I never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Dogs can get the flu.
Yeah, like I guess there's a
Apparently now under Biden, dogs get the flu. I don't remember dog flu being around when we had a conservative president.
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Gonna
so
throw that out there.
dogs
Just
can
gonna
get.
throw that out there. Who wants to see me body slam Kamala? Did you see Hulk Hogan? Oh, it's awesome.
No, I didn't.
And then he did the racist. He did the Indian. He goes, "How, brother?" Oh, you didn't see the video? Oh, everybody go Google that video and watch Hulk Hogan be racist. It's fantastic. So funny.
But
So
yes,
funny.
dogs can go get respiratory
I'm voting
disease.
for Hulk Hogan. Like, that's who I'm voting for. Like, I'm going to write him in.
I'll vote for Hulk Hogan.
That's 2 for Hulk.
Did he do the how because he thinks she's that kind of Indian?
Yes.
Remember the
Yeah, he did.
remember the
No,
lady?
we're not talking politics, but that's exactly what
No,
he did.
but do you remember the
I love
lady?
a good howl. It's always funny.
He was throwing out his shitty beer. He's throwing it out. He's like, oh.
No, do you remember the lady when we went to go buy Indian
This
wine?
was this is an old story. Andrew and I were going over to
The Rollins
It was it's Phil Rollins who owned Orlando City Soccer. We were going to his house. And
They were making Indian food.
They were making Indian food because it's very popular in England. I didn't know that, so he's kind of educating me on the different parts of London that are, that you can get the best Indian food. Like, oh, but man, I'm really learning here, right? And we go to the ABC, and I'm like, I need some wine that would go well with Indian food. And then the lady,
And she's like, I know exactly.
She's like, I've got it. She's like-
I've got it. And she went and she picked up this wine and she goes, this is the wine that my girlfriend drank on the reservation.
yeah,
So she was like, this is the perfect wine. And we said, thank you.
You know, when you're talking to another person about Indian food, do they automatically assume it's Native American
I've
food?
never even knew. I don't even know what that is.
Me either.
No
but
one's
this
ever
lady-
even heard
This
corn.
lady went straight for the reservation.
I'm
Maybe
just
some
saying,
corn.
when you say I'm in the mood for Indian food, everybody kind of knows what.
Hey, what do you think?
this
Who do you
lady
think you
talking
are?
about.
A rapper?
It's like they like Thanksgiving.
I'm in the mood for Indian food. Hey, everybody, Craig Max here.
Yeah. There's a big horn with apples and shit falling out of it.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Technically, the Pilgrims brought that. I think the Indians just
called
set up
a
the table.
cornucopia.
Yeah, but they came in. They were like, "Oh, it's good."
Yeah. But otherwise
I've seen
known
the
as.
pictures.
Is it a cornucopia?
Otherwise known as. We're looking for Horn of Plenty. We're looking for Horn of Plenty.
Listen, I saw there was some bit that
I don't lock my truck for $200.
George Carlin. I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, God.
George Carlin said something about how like the
How?
term Indian is not bad. That
George Carlin is 5,000 years old.
Dead. I bet a lot of
Listen, you
ghosts
can look
would
it
say,
up.
like, it's not racist. Like, all the ghosts.
Abraham Lincoln.
But you got me with the Carlin because super smart,
He
super
said, he
progressive.
said some long smart shit.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I was like,
George
oh.
Carlin, this is what happened. George Carlin had some videos going around about atheism. And then TC decided, this is my guy.
Oh, no.
And then
You just got sold out.
George Carlin died in 2008.
And then when
I
he saw
know.
a video of something else, he's just like, all right, well, that's my guy. He said it, so I'm going to repeat it.
Yeah, what did he say? N-word's cool? All right, that's good enough.
Look up the George Carlin Indian rant.
We're not doing it.
No, I'm telling you, he said
No, we're not doing
he
it.
said it's not Indian. Native Americans weren't called Indians because people thought they landed in India. It was because it meant like some other thing.
Yeah. It's the thing with the thing.
He said it meant like the people of God. He said the whole thing.
People in the sun.
Look it up.
Boomerang. Coming back around again. So what happened with the yacht? So I
Yes,
want to hear
we're gonna
TC's.
talk.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah,
so tell
quickly,
me about
quickly.
Oh, okay.
We'll go. We'll go through this.
So Daniel, read what the that shipbuilder said.
Okay, so this is the CEO of the company that actually built the yacht.
Because what? Because they come under question,
Right,
When,
like,
when
why
everybody's
can't you-
like, "Wait a second, you're shit. You just built this shit.
Yeah.
You designed, you built."
08. It was built in 08. Supposed to be, top of the line, state of the art.
Right. How does it sync?
Here are all his quotes. I had ChatGPT grab all of his quotes. He said, "Everything was predictable. I have the weather charts in front of me here. It was an unsinkable ship, but the crew, an endless chain of errors."
Didn't they say Titanic was an unsinkable ship?
They did, but this one, though, there are multiple versions of this boat. Here's another thing that I kind of read.
Yeah.
It's like there are versions of this boat that are very similar that are out there that, again, are touted as like, we've been doing this for a long time.
If you follow protocol,
Yeah.
this boat will not sink.
Yeah.
And it would take some anomaly to sink.
Yeah, he says everything that has been done reveals a very long sum of errors. The people should not have been in their cabins. The boat should have never been at anchor. The passengers reported an absurd thing, namely that the storm came unexpected suddenly. That is not true. He's saying this. He's like, that is not true.
It was on.
He's like,
all these weather maps.
everything was
Well,
predictable.
the passengers said it was sudden because they may not have known.
Well, yeah, but he's calling the crew out, I guess, because he said, "Did you wonder why there were no other fishermen in the area?" He's like, "We have the weather charts. We knew what was going on here."
Yeah. If a competent captain followed protocol, this shouldn't have happened.
And the captain is a survivor.
So they should have
He
never
survived.
been in their doors. The doors should have all been shut. Everybody would have been vested. Then everybody would have gone to a meeting area, just like on a cruise ship. You go to your muster drill area, and then they give you, like, okay, these two people will go to this vessel.
He said they should have pulled their anchor
and
then
put the bow
towards the storm, and then all these things.
There were like things that, like, if you did all of these things, you're absolutely
so I'm wondering
fine.
if the
100%.
captain and the company that the captain is supplied by will be sued or get arrested for it for negligence and stuff.
And then so when I heard this, and I was like, well, why didn't the captain follow protocol? And then it dawned on me, he probably just thought, this is fine. Like, it's not going to.
Hey, I've heard that.
Like, we don't need to get all the people in their life jackets.
I don't want to get them
Wait a
all
minute. Can you put
twisted.
yourself in a scenario where you peek out, right? And
I've done this.
The music's going, and you're like, I don't want to ruin their good time. We'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Because think about how many times in all aspects of life that you think to yourself, like, this is over the top protocol that doesn't, like, a waste of time.
Yeah.
How many fire drills people go through.
You don't want to get people all nervous and upset for nothing.
I feel like that at every muster station on every cruise I've ever been on.
Yeah. You're like, nothing's going
It does seem like a waste of time. That's the one that most people can identify with. I do this with you, with Dansby. I'm like, she's like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm way reckless with it, and I don't care. And I'm glad I didn't do that. Like I didn't know he had this thing like where he loves water, bodies of water, and he'll just run for them and jump in and just start swimming away.
You just swam in the river, and I was like, he needs a life vest.
And I would have just let him like, bye.
Yeah.
Dead. I don't.
And just being overly precautious is a thing. At least me, I'm like very hesitant to be overly precautious. Like, I hate it for whatever reason.
I would rather be,
because I don't want to waste my time. Like, I don't need to.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah. And that goes back to my disorder.
Circles back, to the disorder. To the, like, I'm right and they're wrong, and I'm predicting.
Is it a control thing at all? Because mine is. My anxiety tends to have some sort of a control thing. I don't know what that is.
No,
right? Where I seem out of control.
No, it's not. I don't mind.
It's a desire to be argumentative.
No. It was just, I'm like, it's kind of like also being like overly precautious is like
Is it
being
overly
a chicken.
precautious or is it overly cautious?
I think it's overly cautious.
Oh, God.
Overly precautious. I think that's something that a captain that wouldn't want to ruin my party would say as I'm like, why is a boat taking on water? And he's like, and I'm like, what did you do? What did you do, you motherfucker? I'm like,
Precociousness.
I didn't want to be overly.
That's not a word. You dumb motherfucker. You killed him.
You're too precautious.
I was like, oh.
They were dead.
And all of his billions go to. Do you think the wife survived? Do you think she had it with the cahoots with the captain?
No, but I do always.
She made all of his money.
Isn't that her child? Or
I think so.
daughter?
Yeah,
The little one, though.
Yeah, like innocent people die.
She's going to get billions.
The captain will go to prison for a long time.
Or did he die?
No, the captain lived.
Oh, he lived?
I think he was
man.
The
Didn't go
cook
down
was
with-
the
That's a
original one that
shame.
died.
The cook always dies because it's a
shameful
black guy. I've seen all those movies.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Ice Cube was the first one to die in the Anaconda movie.
Were you
I
guys
think he was the
hoping?
cook, or was that LL Cool J?
Were you guys hoping that they would be like in some air pocket
Yes.
when they went down there?
Were
and
they
it was-
in the boat?
Yeah,
The
they found
6
them.
missing
Yeah,
people?
they were found in the rooms, which is why the guy was like,
Full of
why?
water?
They're like,
Yeah.
why are you in the rooms? You should have never been in the rooms.
Yeah,
But there was that one guy.
Yes.
God, that scared me watching that.
Yeah, that's what I was like there.
And nobody believed me, but that guy is now a dive master. And now he goes out and saves people and rescues them.
Is
from
that
those.
right?
100%.
Good for him. Wow, what a turn.
I
That's
know.
amazing.
It'd be like me going and becoming a pilot, which I can't because I'm on too much medication.
He could have been scared of the ocean for the rest of his life and not gone near any water. And he...
Tom thinks he
Decided
still
to-
is. And they
It's Moana, the
he's just
ocean
doing
saved
it to
him.
big dick people. Right? Don't
No.
you think he's like kind of faking it?
Man,
a
that
little
guy
bit?
was in the dark. I just can't even...
Yeah.
3 days.
I want to faint when I think about that man in there.
Yeah.
3 days.
that
Which
is
would you rather
terrifying.
be, trapped under there or burned alive?
I
well,
don't know.
Is the
Under there.
end result death at both
Either way.
scenarios?
Yeah, either way.
I'll take the burning because I don't
Oh,
want to.
that's quicker. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
like, am I going to live?
No,
and,
no,
like,
you
have
no
burns,
choice
or
of
am I
living.
gonna
No choice of living.
Well, I guess you just
Choose your death.
You know what?
Faster.
Back to the tugboat. I take that because the air would eventually run out of oxygen
Yeah.
and you'd fall asleep.
But
But
would you
you're
do that
there
move?
for 3 or 4 days.
But-
Like in
fire,
the darkness,
you're like...
in terror,
But-
hearing the fish eat your friends.
As you're like doing it, and as the carbon dioxide's building up, you're poisoning yourself with your own carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But would I do that move where I'm like, I'd go like, "Ugh," and then I'd go like, I'd wake up because my mouth would go in the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
And I
That
keep
happens
doing
over
that,
and
like,
over
until I eventually
torture. Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Golly.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, but then a diver pops up. You're like, oh, shit.
I'm saved.
You're like, I'm gonna be that guy one day.
I'm gonna take your job, motherfucker. No jobs is safe. I look at that guy. I'm like, that's one of those new black jobs. All right. Sorry, I just want to make jokes today. Should we take a break?
Let's take a break and come back and do some voicemail.
All right. We got a ton of voicemails. Let's do something a little more hip hoppy. This is Little Monarch. The name of the song is We Got That Feeling. Shake Your Booty. We'll be right back. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomandan.com for last minute emails. One of the most amazing restaurants that I'm actually proud that you and I get to talk about this because nobody really does. Like, we're very lucky to get to beat the bell on this one, man. Hollowbox German Restaurant. Guaranteed one of the greatest dining experiences you and your family will have, because calling it a restaurant is like, that's not enough. It's an entertainment venue. It's an Outfitters. It's a block of German goodness. It's delicious food. It's an outdoor beer garden. It's an upstairs beer garden. It's an Uberkeller. It's small plates. It's pretzels. It's Spatzel. It's just take your family there.
Yep, we are doing a BDM event coming up October 19th. You got to be a BDM to be invited. We'll send out the invite later, but Hollowbox is an experience. Me and Crystal went by, I think 3 weeks ago.
So good.
I was so happy too because we were in Sanford. I was like, let's go by Hollowbox.
The food makes you happy. It's like comfort food, man.
Was it live German music, and then having a delicious German beer?
It's like going in like a German Cracker Barrel or something. Like, it's like so comforting. The food is so good, so delicious. Get yourself a delicious beer on the rooftop, maybe, or maybe get a dessert up there. It's in a little more romantic setting.
And if you're around Sanford, like Hollowbox also does the Joint, which is inside West End.
Yes.
And now they're brand new by food location inside Tuffy's.
Oh, yeah.
With doing the smashed burgers.
Burger box.
Yeah. And so because they do it right and they know how to make delicious food. But swing by Hollowbox German Restaurant and check out
a picture.
Yeah.
Put it on social. Say hi to us. Send it to us. We love seeing you guys down there.
Go up to their beer garden on the second floor in Uberkeller. It's basically tapas-style German cuisine, so you can get some delicious tapas German sausages.
Well, that's what I like to do. I like to just sit there and drink beer and eat tiny food all day.
Yeah, and desserts
for hours. Just sit there and drink beer and eat tiny food.
It's Hollowbox German Restaurant in downtown Sanford.
That is brand new music from Bay Ledges. That's called Setting You Free. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Dan.
Tom.
Pisses me off that band didn't put a fucking fade on that song. Don't be ending cold on me. That's some lazy shit.
Well, I'm gonna send you a song that you probably have heard, but it's an Avett Brothers song.
Ooh, I love
but
Avett
the
Brothers.
end sounds like they accidentally stopped recording. Like it doesn't end.
Sometimes that happens, and then they're like, "Oh, leave it in."
Yeah,
because it's like a little treat to
it's
you.
pretty good.
It's like a treat to you, the viewer. Like in the same way that like sometimes like I think when a rapper's like turn me up in my headphones, those started as accidents. Now they're fake.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
They used to be like when Eminem originally was like, "Hey, yeah, turn me up." Like people were like, "Oh shit,
leave it in.
Put that in.
Yeah, leave it in." But now people just say "turn me up," or they'll laugh. They'll
Or
do
they
the
come
Tupac
up with something
laugh
at the end.
Yeah,
if
it's the
you
Janet
laugh-
Jackson laugh.
if
She
you do-
laughs and like.
Yeah, Janet laughs. Tupac used to laugh all the time when he'd start his rap. He'd like checkout time, or something like that from like All Eyes on Me. He'd be like, he'd do some goofy ass laugh.
Have you seen that video of Tupac when he was 17? And he is very. I'm not like that. Doesn't.
He was a poet.
But he was very.
Yeah, well, he was. He had many different iterations, and people don't like to hear that if they're massive Tupac fans, because then that would call into question his street credibility. But he was super smart, and I think there were some.
Super smart.
I think he at some point he was going to be like a Juilliard trained like a fame dancer or like a.
Or he's an artist.
Yeah, he's like a real artist. Yeah, and real
know.
artists are gay. Everybody knows that. No, I'm serious. I think they're more on the spectrum. I think they are.
I cannot wait to hear TC's take on Incubus after you guys go.
Oh yeah, when are you guys going to Incubus?
Isn't that 2 weeks?
On the 3rd, yeah.
I'm going to sit there. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to stare at my White Claw.
What would you say? We had a listener call in, and now you're in here. This is perfect timing. We had a listener call in and say, "Hey, Tom," because they really do try to help him because they love him, like I do. I love him. Like I'm going to tell him that a bunch and make him uncomfortable.
He's never going to say it back.
It's fine. I don't need it back.
Okay.
I don't need anyone to love me. I love my Dansby, and Dansby loves me. But they had a listener call in and say, like, "Hey, find one thing you do like about it." Just like it's a technique that little kids
I
are
love
taught.
you. Whoever said that, I love you.
He said, I got it from my daughter or my son's book. It's like a 6-year-old's book.
Find something you like about
Find
it.
one thing you like about it. And then that way, when your wife asks you, hey, how was the concert? You can say, and this was the listener saying, he's like, you can say, hey, remember that time when
Brandon Boyd showed his abs?
like when he got on the rope and he swung out over the pit. Oh man, that was pretty neat. That was pretty neat.
No,
Or-
you'll know I'm lying, though.
Well, you have to find the challenge for you.
You're lying to me.
No, but the challenge for you will be to
Make it genuine.
No, make it genuine. Like you will, because I know you're not a liar. So you will have to find something you like about it.
No, well, because that's like if I come home one day and Crystal's in lingerie and like I'm super horny, I want to bang you. I'll be like, "What's that? Where's the camera?"
Would he really?
Like, I will think something's happening
Why?
because it's
But
outside
why?
of what you normally would do. So I'll think something's up. So if I just be like, you know what, I really like the bass line in that whatever song.
Well, don't go too.
Because that's not
And you also
genuine.
said it like a nerd. I really like the. Don't do it like that. Say like
Right,
something.
like just try to put it like when something happens that you do like, just put it in a little folder in there,
Yeah.
so you can pull
Like
it out later. That's the
he doesn't
idea.
have any
Even a little
folders.
compliment.
No folders over there.
I said,
What do you
"Hey,
got
I
over
like
there?"
your Miami Dolphins shirt. Something easy."
Well, that has to
doesn't
be
do
about the
that.
concert. Or
Yeah.
like,
no,
I
I
like
know.
these.
Did you know
It's
last
true.
week he called my wife a goddamn liar to her
No,
face?
I
Did you know
didn't.
that?
I just questioned something she said.
Well,
And
I'm
that-
not surprised. At all.
But it was not. I didn't even mean to do it. It just comes out.
He didn't
Yeah,
mean to
I'll
do it.
tell you.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
diarrhea of the mouth.
No, it's
I've been calling her a liar
Let's
all
call,
week.
It's like
let's call
Tourette's.
listeners liars now.
Well, I do that all the time.
I know. So let's do
Daniel
this.
said to stop because no one will call it anymore.
I said if
I
you
call
don't-
everyone a liar. Every single voicemail. I'm like, you're a liar. And then I did shit on them.
That is a true conversation
That's how
we
stupid
had.
they
I'm like, you might want to ease up on calling every caller a goddamn liar. It's already hard to find these voicemails, man. They're drying up.
Yeah, they're like, no one calls. I don't listen.
All right, let's do some of the voicemails that you guys have left us. If you want to leave us a voicemail, get our free app or call 1-844-TOMNDAN, and you can do a voicemail like this one right here.
Hey guys, just was wondering, do you find yourself becoming more of a chirper the older you get? I know Dan's always been a chirper, Tom not so much. But I have always been a very minimal conversationalist, unless I have too many drinks in me. But recently, I found myself having more conversations and chatting people that are checking me out at stores up. I don't get it, man. Maybe it's just I don't give a shit anymore. Bye.
I didn't know. Was he pro chirping or an anti chirping?
He just he's saying he's getting more chirpy.
He's wondering if is it
Do you
all
chirp
of us
more
or just him?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah. It's I'm not like Daniel. He's a natural born chirper. So
I enjoy chirping.
So I do.
I like talking to people.
It's also, I do, when I get nervous, I will chirp, but just because I'm chirping doesn't mean I'm nervous. That's it. That's important to understand.
Okay.
I kind of do it all the time.
Yeah.
It kind of never fucking stops.
I'll chirp. Oh, last night he's like, "Oh, my voice is going out," and then he just kept talking. And I was like, you have to stop talking.
That's sort of like living with Tom. She said that. She's like, shut the fuck up.
Well,
sometimes I do want quiet.
Well, when a heroin addict, he's like, this stuff will kill me one day. He still pushes the plunger down. He needs to do it.
I got to do it. Got to get it out.
I feel like when I'm talking, like, I don't feel like anybody wants to hear what I have to say, so I do not chirp. But it's more.
That is sad.
We're a chirpy house. They're a non-chirpy.
If I'm talking, like, if the lady at Publix is checking me out and she's going, "How's your day?" I'm like, "Fine."
Oh my god!
Like, good. How are you? Okay, good. Yeah, everything's good.
So you don't give it
Wait a
back
minute.
to her.
Yeah, that's called being a bitch.
No, that's the JD Vance at the donut shop.
No,
I don't mean
my
to do
God.
politics.
Don't
Did you
call
see
me
that video?
No.
Oh my God! He walks to the donut shop. He's like, "What do you do?" She's like, "I make donuts." He's like, "Good." And then he goes to the next person. He goes, "How long you been here?" The guy's like, 2 years. He's like, "Good." "What do you do over here?" The guy's like, "I make donuts." He's like, "Good."
Oh,
That's all he says.
What a dick.
It's awesome.
You don't tell another adult good or good job.
I enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was quite funny. It's kind of swaying me a
I
little
more
bit.
feel like,
To be quite honest with you, it's swaying me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So, but the small talk with the cashiers and stuff like that.
I'm the king of it.
Yeah, Daniel, I don't
I just feel like they don't want it, and they're only doing it because like their boss told them to be friendly, and so I'm like, it's okay. We don't have to do
small
this.
talk at self-checkout.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Everybody in the four, like there's
Well,
four.
and Daniel
Oh, you're like
knows
chatting with the guy
everybody,
next
yeah.
I get
to you
everybody
and-
because like they'll have to come over, or like if
'Cause
you're
he's
getting
buying
beer,
beer.
yeah, if you're buying beer, they gotta check your stuff or whatever, and I'll chirp everyone like, hey, I'm like, I don't know, kind of like checking in, like, hey.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to be. I just feel like people don't want to hear from me, so I don't do that.
I want to hear from you.
Now, the difference, though, like, I won't small talk anybody, but if you tell me that, like, you used to be in the military and worked on a nuclear submarine, I will interview you for an hour straight.
Okay.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'll ask you every goddamn question about working on a nuclear submarine that you could think of.
And then tell them they're wrong.
You also named like a really cool specific profession this person worked on, but like you will do that to the guy at the plant store as well.
Yeah, you really.
Why'd you get on the plant?
Yeah. That's kind of weird job. It was just, I can ask anybody about their job, no matter how boring
You
it
are
is.
kind of obsessed with jobs.
Oh, yeah, but it could be anything. Like if you have something interesting or even not interesting, I'll just
found
ask
myself.
you.
I chirp on social media too. So my friend Josh, who does vintage clothing, he posted these pants that were like falling apart. I was like, so why does this happen? Like in his DMs, I was like, so why does this happen? And then he came back and told me, and I
You're
was like,
DMing another man about his pants falling apart?
about these
fuck is
vintage
that?
pants. You know, Josh. And like, so I like
Yeah, I do know,
asked him
John.
all these
I'll pay him a
questions.
visit later today. I think he's going to get paid a visit by the angry elf.
And if I was Josh, I'd be like, goddamn, Daniel's wife wants to know about
She's
my
really
things."
sliding into my DMs here.
Yeah, my wife, like Daniel's wife slid in my DMs talking about my pants falling off.
He had some Hawaiian
Maybe
tropic shirts
like,
for
Maybe
you.
I could get a blowjob with that dead dog and the other dog.
And then
my God.
I'm going to tell her I asked the tailor to cut him low because my dick don't fit.
He's not wearing the pants. The pants are in his cart.
in
Because
his
they're
cart.
falling apart, and I was like, "Well, why do they fall?" And so, like, we went back and forth. I was asking him all these questions about these, like, pants, these vintage pants, and why they fall.
It's
Anytime.
disrespectful to talk about another
So
man's
I'm
pants.
chirping
I
on.
feel like.
I found myself chirping.
You would
on
never
social
catch Crystal
media.
Van talking about another man's pants. I'll tell you that because this guy put his hammer down and said, "You'll never call another man sir." You don't even let
never
her.
getting
If
your
someone else's wife messages me about something, I'm like, oh my gosh.
She wants it. She wants me to. Oh my God, she wants to blow
Oh
me.
my God.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Exactly.
And a lot of other people think that
I
too.
think that too.
Yeah. But
Even
like, oh
with
my
you,
God, why
full
is she
transparency? If you text message me happy birthday just for being nice, I'm like, oh shit, it's happening. It's like, oh my God, I think am I going to blowjob for my birthday?
Yeah, like how am I going to get away
I
with
think
it?
everybody, even boys, like men,
Probably
like men.
do it for girls too. I would do it for ladies too.
I think I
So,
would not
Jesus.
be curious enough about the pants to ask a question about them.
Yeah, I don't
or,
care
you know,
about
or
the-
anything. anybody posts online, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just not interested, maybe.
Let's try.
Sorry. I feel like I shouldn't say this about myself.
No, I say all the time.
You're just being honest.
People love what I say.
I said the best things. Good about us.
Whatever I want. I can shoot someone in the
Okay, let's try this one right here.
Hey guys, BDM Chase. Just on the tail end of a little road trip, a few states over, coming home, and was going through some backlogs of OG and BDM shows, and Dan was mentioning something about people in Africa cooking over hot sand, and
yeah, like the videos where you'll see the people in Africa or like in the Middle East. There's different ones. There's like some people that cook in hot sand. Some people cook in like hot pebbles. Like they'll have a big cauldron of hot pebbles with a fire underneath it, and they're putting like naan bread or something in the pebbles, and then the bread cooks in the pebbles, and you pull it out, and it looks amazing.
Or it's just like it acts like an oven, right?
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
you
An
heat up
underground oven.
Yeah, there's another one where it's like a big clay pot, and the guy takes like what looks like biscuits, and he sticks them to the side of the pot, and then the fire in the center of the pot cooks them on the outside of the pot, and then he just kind of chisels the biscuits off the side again into a basket, and he cooks the bread that way. He continues.
that got me thinking about these videos that have been popping up on my Instagram feed. It is women in Thailand with little noodle carts, but very scantily clad.
Oh.
And they're all hanging out, shaking the noodles out and all that stuff, and you get all the comments saying, hey, that it's probably a dude, but you know what? I don't care, because it's fun to watch. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.
I, too, do not care. There
the
are
noodles are
rumors
good.
that they're like lady boys, you know, like they're very beautiful Vietnamese women with these like big fake titties, perfect fake titties, and then they'll cut their jean shorts so it's just like a little strip. So but it's super provocative, and they're like serving up like ramen, like a ramen cart. But
Pad
it's like
Thai.
Do they have
I think some do have a ding dong, and some don't.
Is it like the bikini hot dog cart of
Yeah,
America?
100%,
Okay,
but it's
just
like
a hot
pad
girl
Thai cart.
noodle
Yeah.
cart.
the bikini
I would
hot
do
dog
a fucking.
Yeah,
I'd
here,
get down
I'll-
on a pad Thai cart.
In the 90s, there used to be, and I think multiple, it used to be one in Daytona Beach.
The naked lady
No,
would serve?
it
We
was
don't
like
have any internet right now, so I can't.
but-
God damn, what are we supposed to do with no internet?
I know.
I know.
Yeah,
If I
I'm
look it up on
scared.
my algorithm, is that all I'm
If my
gonna
internet
get?
goes out, I get nervous.
Yeah,
I'm
what
like,
am I supposed to
is
do?
it the
Are we
Russian?
under attack right now?
Right, like
What's
is
happening?
something happening?
Oh my god!
Is my bank account being depleted?
We're this close to we're this close to being Kyiv again.
How am I going to get home? You're like,
I don't know the
totally,
directions.
you're totally dependent on your.
Well, I do, 'cause I don't
you
drive
just
anymore.
You don't know what. I just relied on the internet.
If
for
the internet's
everything.
gone, my self-driving car's like, what does it do? I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sit in the air conditioning, I guess.
You have to drive your own.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think these are like I don't think the majority of them. Maybe that's the funny like.
Yeah,
thing
that-
that
well,
people
that's
wanna
just some
say.
Thailand stereotype,
Yeah,
right?
I don't think that the majority of them are like trans people or men, women with cocks. No, I don't think it's that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's just mostly it's just hot girls like supplementing their income by selling noodles, and they're beautiful. So
I only asked because you said it.
yeah,
About the
no,
lady boys.
no. Well, the guys, yes, but like you could see, I've seen these videos.
That's
and-
been overblown
Yeah.
by like just like rumors and stereotypes. It's kind of like everybody in the villages they're all swingers.
They're not.
Just
Hey,
because.
have you guys seen that documentary though?
Yeah, but just because
I have.
a couple swingers live in the village, like that place is gigantic. I think same thing with like Thailand. I bet there are people that go to Thailand to have sex with
A noodle cart girl.
yeah, or whatever, and then that got blown out of proportion.
Oh,
Where it's like,
sure,
oh
yeah.
everybody is lady boy, whatever.
Right, yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Like everybody in QS is gay.
that is
They're
true.
not.
I was gonna like.
Yeah,
I
that
was
is
about
not
to
a
give you a
stereotype.
point for that. Like,
They're not.
No, I know. Yeah.
But like they have, Fantasy Fest and
Yeah, yeah.
other
Yeah,
festivals down there and stuff, and
Yeah.
then so they get a reputation, and then it's like, well, Key West is very gay, but they're not.
yeah.
I mean, they're very gay friendly.
It's like every stereotype.
Yeah.
It
Not
just
everybody.
turns into everybody's everything.
Because just exaggerate it. Let's try this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan. I was just listening.
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy that called in about the concerts. That was the guy that gave the.
how to compliment.
Yeah, find one thing you like in the concert. Okay.
Okay.
Let's try this one.
Hey, Daniel, you guys are talking about the Olympics and sports and the grading and subjectivity and whatnot, and I just love that there's sports that we are still judging subjectively as humans, because when we start taking all the human aspect out of us doing human things, it kind of takes the point away. Like, we're not robots yet. But my wife and I love the Olympics. We had a great time watching it. Hope you guys did too.
Yeah, that was the other argument too. I got a lot of people that said this. Like, because I was saying that, well, I want the people that are really winning to really win. So, if you cross the line first, there should be a series of cameras that prove that you crossed the line first. It shouldn't be up to some judge or, whatever. And then the counter to that is that, these are sports that we created as humans. So we should judge those with maybe a little bit of human eyes in order to
keep some human subjectivity in the Olympics.
A lot of soccer people
not take everything.
This is a big EPL. I remember years ago when they were doing trying to decide whether or not they wanted to do VAR. That was the big argument. Was like, look, we're humans. This is a human game. Let's call it as humans.
Yeah, but if you're the player.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you want it. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I crossed that line. My torso came across.
Yeah.
The Paralympics start on Wednesday, so I will be watching that as well.
Are they also doing that in Paris?
Yes.
I almost screamed, don't care.
There's something, too. There's some joke with para and Paris. I can't figure it out.
So I saw a meme, and I have no idea if this is true, but they're like in 1930s Olympics or whatever, like long time ago, maybe 100 years ago, because they had no technology and no fast high-speed cameras for photo finish, I think this was in Japan. Like, they lined up 22 judges at the finish line, and they stacked them up on some sort of riser or fans were sitting or whatever, and it was 22 people. I don't know why 22. I should have looked it up or whatever.
Smith. Somebody they could fit.
But it was and then that's how they determined the end of races.
So the majority wins.
Yeah, I guess so.
The majority vote.
Out of those 22 different judges, and they all were stacked up,
staggered.
Yeah, staggered and looking at the line, and then I guess that's how they determined photo finishes.
I mean, baseball. I mean, umpires. They're calling strike zones.
It was in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics.
Oh, in the 60s.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, that doesn't seem that long ago.
Wow. Yeah, then we go fly to the moon. Not that long.
I think we had
22 observers.
We had some technology.
Yeah, it's weird, right? It's that's how they did it.
When I was in high school in the 90s, I would wear clothes from the 70s, and I thought that was a different time. I thought that was 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
And now that's just 2005.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Yeah, the amount of... I'm with you.
Oh, make a meme about that.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. I had a jacket. There was a 70s...
I don't get your joke, but I feel insulted.
No, well, that's a popular meme that we are as far away from...
No, I know.
The
that
70s
I know.
As we are from the 90s.
I know, I get that, but it just feels like the style and everything hasn't really changed that much from 2000 to now. And then in the 80s, it was very distinct style. In the 70s, it was very distinct style. You know what I'm saying?
Even the 90s,
it just seemed like a different time.
But I feel like our focus has shifted. I feel like style played a bigger role in what we did in those eras.
Right.
Whereas in the 2010s and now, I feel like we aren't as... I know personally I'm not as concerned as much about my style, but I am more concerned about my tech. Or I am concerned about my phone. I am concerned about my apps.
Yeah,
I still think young people are concerned about their style.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why is the broccoli
what they're
around?
wearing.
The
No,
broccoli,
what they're
that's
wearing.
that's a 1980s haircut.
Well, they're crew socks. I can't get down with these crew socks.
No.
I've been wearing crew socks for my entire life.
No, I need to.
I've never stopped wearing crew socks.
But it's just the kids are dressing like 90s now, like you did in the 70s. Is they're emulating a certain
But if I
era.
was dressing like the 70s and the 90s, what are they dressing like now?
Like in the 90s.
Yeah, but if I was, so are they dressing like the 70s?
What do you mean?
She's saying she dressed like the 70s and the 90s, so in order for them to be accurate for the 90s, they should dress like the 70s.
Oh, no, swap them. No, but it's 20 years later. It's all 20 years.
I get what you're saying.
Thank you,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and it made complete sense to me. Let's do another one. Let's try. We did sports. Let's do this one right here.
Hey there, Tom and Dan. Hey guys, it's Kenny. I'm currently at a red light, and you know how sometimes you'll get like the mom selling roses for her family, or people maybe selling newspapers or other stuff like that.
We got to stop with the people walking down the center line.
Isn't that big though in Miami? Don't they sell the cafe con leche? And
so in Miami, they always had the roses. The
roses and the coffee.
I literally never saw roses here until like 2 years ago. I really didn't. I never saw a bucket of roses and some. Yeah. But so my understanding is that. Well, I'm not going to say what my understanding is.
Is it racist understanding?
No. But like,
hard to throw roses over a wall.
No, but it's not. She's not like working for her family and going to take that money and go feed her family. It's like they all work together and they all live together. And it's like a group of
we saw the documentary.
Pool their money together.
You wanted to say gypsies, didn't you? But you
no.
Are they travelers?
Well, they're
travelers.
There's a business, and who invented that car? There's a whole documentary about the person that invented some sort of super popular car. We watched it together, remember? And then that person ended up running one of these businesses where you take a bunch of borderline homeless people, and they all live in a house, like a halfway house, and then you get shipments of roses, and they go out and sell them, and then they come back, and they all split the money with each other. Yeah, and then it's a business of traveling.
So those
homeless people,
those people now, a lot of them, when I see them, I get really mad because they're holding the same sign. It's like a pre-printed sign.
Oh, I like a handwritten sign.
Yeah, and it's always a woman, a husband, like they're supposed to be a husband, and then a baby in a stroller. It's always the same sign. And I'll see it at Conroy, and then I'll see it on 436, and it's literally the same handwriting and everything. So
the baby's the call to action.
They're just holding a pre-printed poster, and I'm like, I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
Quit. And they will come right up to your window and knock on the window.
I don't like them knocking. I don't like the walking.
And they stand there and wave at you. Hi.
Yeah. You know what
I just want to get out of here.
Normally, I stare straight ahead, and I can't look at them because it's too uncomfortable. But lately, I've been changing my tune. Lately, if they do knock, or if they're like waving like you're saying, I'll turn and I'll look directly into their eyes, and I'll try to lock eyes as long as I can until the light goes, and I won't say a word. I just lock eyes, and I just stay. And it's a game, and I want you.
You drive away. I want you still looking at it.
But I want you to try this, because I feel like if everybody tries it, it'll make you tough, though. I feel like it's grit.
I think in Tampa they sell the newspaper down the middle of the... They're allowed to do that.
Who's buying the newspaper?
Yeah, they do that in Miami too. It's like the Bum Times or something.
No, this one is. I think the Tampa Tribune, they sell in the middle of the.
No, you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
But I don't know if we're.
I hate it. I hate when they're walking around my car. Plus, my car detects people. And my car hates poor people.
My
God, it hates poor people. It's like, people, there's people all around your car. Can't move.
It should shoot flames on it.
They have that.
Have you ever bought the coffee from the side of the road?
No, hell no.
Oh, that's good.
Have you ever bought anything from the side of the road?
No.
You know why I didn't? I wanted to buy shrimp from the side of the road because Tuttle said don't do it. And then Tuttle bought shrimp from the side of the road, and he cooked them up, and then he and I think his friend Colton got diarrhea.
Yeah.
Horrible diarrhea.
I don't like boiled peanuts for some reason. I think because I grew up doing that. I will accept
tomatoes. I'll buy tomatoes on the side of the road.
Your mom used to love.
No, but not prepared food.
Yeah,
I don't want you prepared this in the back of your pickup truck. I'm not going to drink that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, but the boiled peanuts. You look at a big, disgusting pot that's never been washed, and the guy who knows what's getting thrown in there, toenails and whatnot.
Like the guy could literally take a diarrhea hand and put it right down there. It wouldn't even matter. You'd never know.
Delicious.
Just what you're used to, I guess.
Yeah, you would absolutely never know. All right, you want to do one more?
You want to talk about the funnel cake truck? What?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? What is that a euphemism for? What does that mean?
On the corner.
You have a funnel cake? Is this your new... Do you have a new business?
There's this vacant lot, a couple, in a neighborhood next to our neighborhood or whatever. It's on the corner of Howell Branch.
That's weird.
What is it? Howell Branch and Lake Howell or whatever. There's like a vacant lot. What?
Don't tell me. Because Daniel doesn't have a goddamn funnel cake.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about it.
In his neighborhood, they can boot that shit out.
I want to get
Maybe they'd ask him to leave.
Yeah. I think the fucking mayor of Castleberry tipped his hat. He was buying funnel cakes there.
I love funnel cake.
It's like the lot where the Christmas tree guys go, once a year, and then
is
the fireworks guys go once a year.
It had up for the longest time about Princess the dog?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, Princess the dog was missing.
Yeah, it was just a reward sign.
Yeah.
Oh, was it on that corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't remember that. But so the other, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something, I saw a tent there, and there was like a table with a bunch of those Gatorade drink jugs, like the giant ones that you see like at construction sites.
Like a soccer.
Oh, they're orange ones.
Yeah,
with
the
the
orange
white
ones.
top.
And on the top of each one is a cup with fruit in it, right? So like each of the jugs has juice in it.
Okay.
And these people are selling juice at this tent.
What happened to the funnel cakes?
I'm going to tell you in a
that's
second.
what started. And then I've
So I'm
seen
looking
these,
over there going,
Selling hot juice.
when we were in Colorado, I saw the juice tent out there. Yeah, and then it was a bunch of fruit, and then they make juice out of it, and then I thought I was like, who's buying roadside juice?
Right, like they're just shopping.
Roadside. I have never heard
I don't-
of
no,
roadside
honestly.
juice.
And I'm like, is there a market for roadside juice?
Never
like
heard of it.
someone's
Because
like,
we have 7-Eleven and like
Yeah, but I mean, like,
racetrack
maybe
you
this
can
is
go
good
to.
juice. I mean, maybe it's like
Yeah, I'm
fresh,
sure it's delicious.
fresh squeezed shit.
But it was weird that I was like, it's an odd choice of juice.
Right, like it's not. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at a farmer's market. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just in an empty lot. It's weird. And then so I
We're
tell
like, you're
TC about
driving
it.
home from work, you're like, oh, juice.
Yeah.
I did think about it.
I
some
like juice. I like sugar.
I want them to put like a freaking business, build a building there and like sell something
don't have the
there that
money
I
for that.
want. I don't know. Like I don't want this
What do you
tent
want?
there.
Oh,
Yeah, but what are they
I
going
don't
to do?
know.
Put up another Wawa?
Yeah, what do you
It's
need?
all the
I
same
know.
shit.
What do you want? A Buff City soap?
I've thought
This
about
is
it.
homemade
A
juice.
pizza, put a pizza place there or something.
Or
I
put
don't
a
know.
Papa John's?
So then-
But go back old school, racist Papa John. Do the old school Papa John.
So then I'm driving by, and there's a youth fair, like a fair truck, a funnel cakes truck there with all the lights on it and everything. And they're like, it was like a fair, like the Dade County Youth Fair, and they're selling funnel cakes, and then there's the juice, and I'm like, what is this corner?
Oh, you guys getting
becoming?
you guys are getting a permanent circus.
It's a straight up.
That's what I'm saying.
You're getting the castle.
So it's the square
So you guys
rectangular
are-
building.
It's a rectangular. No, it's not a building.
So-
it's a truck.
Can I just tell you, I love what you guys have done
Did
with
they just
downtown
leave
Castleberry.
it? Did they just leave it there?
No, they
Is it there
they
for-
haul it out of there.
It's the downtown Castleberry Circus.
So it's not there all the time,
God.
but I don't know if they just come and they post up or whatever, but it does look like a little bit of a circusy.
It is.
And I want that.
I agree.
Stop and
I'm
try
sorry.
the funnel
Yeah.
cake at least.
No,
I'm
I
not
would-
going to support it. I
Our
want to pull up
sons
and I
are
want to
super
say,
excited.
do you have a permit to be here?
Let me go with you.
I knew Daniel
Let me
would
go
come
with
with
you. I'll
me.
drive you. I'll drive you there, and I'll yell at him. I'll be like, who died this fucking coffin? What are you doing here?
And then I'm
Pack
every
up your
time-
shit.
I'm sad holding my thing up.
holding your gun. TC
I'm
always
like, I want a funnel cake and juice. It's better than nothing. It's just weeds growing.
I'm
up.
sorry.
It's like, if I'm driving around, I'm
Like
like,
the funnel cake tray he showed
Have
me
you
is
seen
terrible.
it more
do I
than
want
once?
Yes.
do I want nothing or do
More
I
than
want
once.
some
So they're
funnel
getting
cake?
away with it.
I don't want to live in Hialeah.
Yeah, they're
okay,
getting away
and
with
it's
it.
not, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if you like it. If you want to make fun
Have
of me
you
for that, I don't live in
Yeah,
Hialeah.
next thing you know, they'll
And
have a
that's some
Gravatron.
Hialeah shit.
Next thing you know, you'll pull up there, they'll have a fucking Gravatron.
Yeah, they're being the boys. We're like, yeah. Eating funnel cake.
Now listen,
So you're gonna have a basketball.
I want some
one of the-
juice.
I'm dry.
Oh, it's right here.
they put a boiled peanuts truck there now. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Would they get
Carnival
you?
games.
Yeah,
What are they?
Yeah,
all
if
the
they
carnival
start throwing
games.
it, like you get yourself a Guns N' Roses mirror, maybe a goldfish.
Yeah,
maybe
Get
a
out of
goldfish.
here with that.
You just want your ethnicity's trash.
That is not true. I love a funnel cake.
You want white trash? That's boiled peanuts. You don't want black trash.
I was joking about the poor peanuts. Obviously, I don't want that
I'm
there
joking.
either.
I'm
But that's
joking.
flea market shit, and I don't
Empanada?
live by a flea market.
Empanadas?
I love empanadas, but I go to the Cuban place at the store, a brick and mortar,
Yeah.
and I buy the empanadas. I don't want some traveling circus of
wow,
flea
she's
market
serious about
food
that.
at my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't really care if you're going to judge me for that.
Brick
I
oven
don't want
pizza?
that.
Brick oven pizza?
If a food truck, they gave once it has the like all
Yeah.
the carnival stuff.
Yeah, it does
that's
change the look.
Like if
Yeah.
it was an elephant ear.
There is literally an elephant, a giant plastic elephant on top of it with lighted eyes.
You know,
Like it is so Bobo looking. I don't want that there.
That is funny because when you go, you go from like carnival elephant ear like extravaganza truck,
Yeah.
and then you have like the regular cool
It's got to
food
be
truck.
classy. Yeah, it's got to be
Like,
hipster. But it's the same food.
It could be in what, like in
the
Winter
same
Park,
fucking food.
Yeah, but it has to. If it looks like a
Artisanal corn
carnival,
dog on one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's almost fair season, so they won't have time.
There'll be like some like artisanal corn dog truck that'll drive around, and he's got all his bespoke like fonts and everything on his truck. And then at the fair, there's an old black grandma that'll give you you the same corn dog, maybe even better. And she's got the lights and the fan and the paper plate that says $8, and it's like the elephant on the top and the jumbo corn dog with the light that goes. The mustard goes.
There's a place for everything, and I love fair
Just
food,
not in your
but not in my neighborhood.
You know who would know? I bet you, because he has to pull permits for parking lots. Old Pyro Spot Craig. Get him on the case. He knows whether they.
Well, he has to pull permits, but he doesn't.
Well, here's the thing.
He would know. I bet you he'd go like, "Oh, they didn't."
No,
pull
here's the thing.
permits.
If you call code enforcement now, you have to put all your information.
Oh, you can't just.
You can't do it anonymously.
Oh, you can't just Karen it.
No, I wanted to Karen on one of my neighbors, and I couldn't do it.
What were you going to Karen on them for?
Parking in the damn cul-de-sac,
Oh,
so
that's
my
right.
mom can't back out of her driveway.
All right, stop talking about it.
No, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Is he still doing it? Yes.
Yeah.
He pulls it. He
I mean,
covers half the
your
cul-de-sac.
Your whole city is nothing but drift cars and funnel cakes.
And raccoons.
It's like race cars.
It's not the
funnel cakes.
It's not the carnival truck's fault. It's our neighborhood's fault. And that's what the
You're in
truth
the
is.
minority, right? Everybody else there loves
And
the
that's
fucking
on the-
funnel cakes and juice.
That's on the Maitland side. I'm surprised Maitland's allowing that.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It's
unincorporated.
almost-
No, it's unincorporated Seminole County.
Oh,
right
That's
there?
why.
that even
Oh.
sounds terrible.
It's right on the like Winter Park line too.
Nah. The Winter Park. They
You get away with anything when you're an unincorporated county,
Let's do.
like parting in the damn cul-de-sac.
Let's do one more and get out of here. Let's try this guy.
Yo, BDM Neil here. So, I'm listening to the Sam explain the whole Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds thing, and I remember watching this, like, because I, loved Deadpool was awesome, and I thought it was a great movie and stuff like that. And, sorry, I'm driving the Jeep today, the Manny, baby. Gotta drive the Manny sometimes. But, the weird thing is they made this video, and it wasn't even with Blake Lively. It was like, it was Ryan Reynolds behind the thing. Boom, he starts interviewing the dude, I guess this director that's also the lead, and they start making fun of, I guess they were like, man, it must have been the most ultimate troll now that they're saying that they didn't really like this guy because he brought Hugh Jackman in, his mom, and Ryan Reynolds' mom was in this video, and they were
Pause
just
it.
like,
I need some backstory. I don't know what this guy's talking about, and I'm just saying that because I think that probably is true for other people
Yeah,
who are
no,
listening.
yeah.
I don't
So
know
I want to know. I want to follow.
I just like that this guy is so up in the celeb
He's
news.
into it.
I want to follow along.
So
What's the
Ryan
drama?
Reynolds,
Yeah, Andrea
he has-
can explain.
He has his movie Deadpool. It's out at the same time as Blake Lively's one for the book. It
Us.
Ends With Us.
Last of Us. Yes, Ends With Us.
Ends With Us. So I've read that book. It's a fantastic book. It's very heavy. But so I guess Blake Lively's movie was actually, the rights were bought and produced by her co-star, but they aren't getting along. They're not doing any press together. She's kind of calling him out. He's trying to take the high road. But yeah, none of the press has been done. I guess she came in and was telling him how to do things and stuff. So it's just kind of messy there. So I think, but I don't follow what
Personally,
this guy
I
is.
kind of feel like it's a nothing that there is truth to it, but I think that we love making things maybe bigger than they are.
We're
and
reading into the little
Yeah,
cues.
I-
But I mean, and then all this back stuff is coming up with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, how they're kind of dicks to interviewers and stuff.
Here's the thing:
so-
I'm not defending.
okay.
them.
Because I saw a video of her not putting on a bracelet. She said, "I'm going to wear it later because it doesn't go with my outfit right now."
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Oh, look what a bitch she is."
Well, no, there's one
she's
where
wearing
she-
a $10,000 dress and she wouldn't wear your stupid bead bracelet. You're mad about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're reading into it now,
Right.
saying
Yeah,
there was one back in the day.
I think they're just hyper focused people,
Yeah.
meaning that in order to be that successful, I think that maybe some of the things that we as quote normal people look at and we're like, what a dick. I think that's what you do to become that famous or that successful. You know what I mean? I feel like.
So what happened with the Ryan Reynolds? Is that
I don't know what he's.
Well, I mean,
Hugh Jackman.
There were some. I guess Ryan Reynolds was kind of sticking his nose into her movie. Is what
Right.
was
Yes. Yeah.
What Neil was kind of getting to, where it was almost like, just to boil it down very simply, it's like this was her movie with her co-star. It's his movie, but then her husband Ryan Reynolds is poking his nose in and making changes when he shouldn't be. But when you hire her, you sort of get a package deal of both.
Okay.
Of them,
Right.
if that makes sense. So.
Yeah, well, think about how weird celebrities' lives are,
Oh, yeah.
and the fact that everybody's nitpicking every single thing that they do. And if someone did that to you, I'm sure they'd pick out a
They do
bunch.
it to you. They do it to us in a small way.
Yeah, but
they do it
not-
to you more than me, but they
not-
do it.
No, but not even 100 times less than someone like Ryan Reynolds, where every place you go, you're being filmed and you're being scrutinized. And so, like, any time that you could even be accidentally perceived as a dickhead, someone's going to call you out on the internet and stuff. And then, like, who knows if a story blows up, then that's the new truth. Or, like, you can't defend yourself. You just have to keep going on. It's a bizarre way to live, you know? Like, and then we, look at nitpick and are like, oh, this guy's a dickhead. It's like, is he, though? Or are we just nitpicking every goddamn thing this human is doing because he's a celebrity?
I couldn't live like that.
And,
is J-Lo the new Elizabeth Taylor? That's the new. Like,
no.
She's been married and divorced so many times.
No, she's not. Elizabeth Taylor was a completely different breed. I feel like J-Lo gives us far too much more independent vibes to me than Liz Taylor ever did.
But that's
just my opinion. But.
They're divorcing.
I saw that. I wonder if Ben Affleck is going to be happy now.
He's going to get his donkey. He's got his cigarettes. He's got his big-ass back tattoo. And
he said he doesn't like attention. So, like, everywhere he went with this woman, it was like people running after them.
Yeah.
So he always looked unhappy because, oh, God,
and then
these
Jennifer
people are
Garner
here
was
again.
a pawn.
He wasn't mad at her when he had all those angry faces. He was mad at all these idiots around, and now he's like, I'm just going to get some coffee.
I love the faces, though. I do love the faces.
The fact that they got divorced means he wasn't not mad. Like there was something here. They didn't have a beautiful relationship.
I love it when guys get divorced from drop dead amazing women that are supposed to be the end all be all. Because I'm just like, see? Real bit. Yeah, seriously.
He's a guy from Boston that was an actor on Voyage of the Mimi, and do you remember
he was on Voyage of the Mimi?
He was the Voyage of the Mimi boy.
I went on Voyage of the Mimi.
You did?
I went on
the hell is Voyage of the Mimi?
What the fuck? I thought, what is it, sucking a dick?
Voyage of the Mimi was like a show you would watch like in school. They would bring in the TV.
What? They weren't in Gifted.
Oh.
I wasn't gifted.
You were, but
Casey
you're
wasn't.
older.
But I think I was in the Gifted, though, for the weirdo.
Yes,
Gifted.
I
was weirdo Gifted.
That was his, like,
I was in some special class.
We know you're special. You've told us all about how you're special today. Explains a lot.
You'll get there one day, classes.
Yeah. So, yes, that was Ben Affleck's first thing. It was called Voyage of the Mimi. He was on this, like, sailboat, and it would teach you about things. I don't know if it was I don't think it was a PBS show, but it was...
The old Voyage of the Mimi.
We went on a field trip to it.
Can I talk a little shit about Gifted for a second?
Let's close it out. Let's close out on Gifted.
I don't know if anybody has any kids in Gifted. But
I'm sure we have kids in Gifted. I'm absolutely sure we have kids in Gifted. I was in Gifted.
1984 educational television.
I was in IB, and then I dropped out. I said, peace.
Ask them what they're doing in there, and then ask yourself if that is really special.
Every school is different.
Because it seems like you're in there fucking around.
I love that.
And I'm just saying, it's not like they're learning some sort of physics or some advanced anything. It's like you put together a puzzle.
It's a different way of learning.
We don't use chairs here. We use bean bags because it allows our brains to be a bit more bean-rivet.
I will say this. Our school, I hate to say, this about it, but we got a little bit of the short end of the stick with this school because they have all these programs that are advertised, and they get funding for the programs that are advertised, and then the programs are not what they're saying. Like the dual language program, my kids do not know how to say hello in Spanish. They do not know how to say hello. And I took them out of it a couple years ago.
But how about hello in English?
It's called the short funnel cake.
They go to Funnel Cake High. Today we're going to teach you how to make funnel cakes and homemade juice.
If you go to school and within a mile there's a funnel cake truck. You're going to be putting puzzles together and giving.
Let's prepare you for your new job as a funnel cake truckman.
My Gifted teacher on the side was a clown. And so we did a lot. We did a lot of clown work in Gifted.
You've never told me this. That's not true.
Callie has. So my friend Callie, who I've grown up with.
Oh, I love Callie.
Like
I love Callie. Yes. Callie's fantastic. She lives in D.C.
Yeah.
She's so great.
So first and second grade, because then in third, fourth, and fifth grade, you were in full-time Gifted. So you got pulled out in first and second grade. So when you were getting pulled out,
I wasn't in Gifted early. I got Gifted later.
I don't want to say her name, but people in DeLand know. So when you got pulled out, she was a clown on the side. So Callie has pictures of us. Like we did juggling. We did like
they are
I
fucking
remember
around. You're right. They're fucking around.
Yeah,
fucking juggling.
They're fucking around. I'm telling you because Crystal tells me.
Are you with them? Put on makeup and juggling.
You know when Crystal met the Grizz, it was in Gifted. No. It was the Crystal and the Grizz.
That's the greatest punchline you've ever said on the show. Grizz was a Gifted. No one told me that.
Yeah. That's how I knew it was bullshit.
His IQ, I know his IQ, and it is high.
No,
yeah, but I've seen him hold a baby before. This is like crazy.
Yeah.
He's very smart. But the thing is, that's the thing about Gifted.
I will tell, if anybody wants to sit down, I will tell you 20 things that the Grizz has done that I've seen with my own eyes, and you didn't tell me what
proof versus IQ.
That's the problem. The problem that I see with Gifted is that they use IQ only, and then there's all these other skills that are lacking, or qualities, or whatever that are lacking, traits, I guess is what I was looking for. And so, you end up with, and I did definitely in middle school, a lot of my friends I met in Gifted, but half the class was like really smart kids, and the other half of the class was delinquents. It just, and it was like a line. And then there was like a bunch of, autistic people that we didn't know it was autistic at the time. They're just like, these guys are really smart, but they don't know how to talk to me.
Right.
And then all the teachers were also autistic, but I didn't know it at the time. But
that's why they're clowns. They're like juggling and shit. You're like, why aren't you teaching? Teaching isn't what I want to do right now. I'm going with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm autistic. We don't know what that is yet. Well, I'm a clown then, right? If back then you weren't autistic, you were just a clown. I'm sorry. I have to do this because this is the way my mind works. And just let me be my authentic self. I'm going to show you some skills that are mind-blowing.
Throw some things on the ground, you can count them all.
Yeah, right. But I think it benefits some people who have the drive and who have the family support and who have structure. They need those types of classes and they can excel. And then the people who don't have that support at home or don't have those traits,
I don't think May will ever be in Gifted.
Like just floundering. Oh my God! I was getting D's and F's, and I'm in Gifted. What am I doing here?
Maisie won't make it a Gifted because once a day she asks me, "Are we in Florida?" And I'm like, "Hey, come here."
Max asks me that all the time.
Yeah. Maisie's always like, "Are we in Florida?" And I'm like, "Come here, Marshawn Lynch," and I just hug her,
have some Skittles.
Yeah, I just smooch her little head. I hand her some candy.
All you need to do is run fast.
Hey, she can do 20 push-ups.
Yeah, that's all you need.
May can do right now. She can do 20 real push-ups.
That's what I like.
Oh my God! I was like, I'm glad you can do that because we are in Florida. Sometimes she'll say some shit.
That'll get you far.
They don't put a lot of emphasis now on the Gifted program,
and not and apparently not on geography because it's bad. It's real bad, man. Like she says some things to me that seriously make me question her. I'm like, whoa. Jarring facts.
Yeah.
Well, if they get funding at our funnel cake school, they get some funding for that Gifted. They're putting it in there.
There you go.
Although Tommy hates geography too, and then he's like he doesn't know where the states are. And then I started trying to teach him, and I'm like, your phone will tell you.
Yeah,
it's true. Do you need to know where all the states are? Your fucking phone. It'll tell you how to get to Georgia.
Can't argue with that.
Huh?
Why? Well, they'll tell me.
What if the internet goes out one day?
Well, it's out right now. We've got no internet. I can't do nothing.
Listen, we'll all be dead if that happens.
We get an EMP. I've already got a gun with one bullet.
That's all you need.
You gotta have 3 in there.
No.
What about the dogs
I'm not killing my family. That's terrible. I'm gonna kill myself. Get the fuck out of here. It's so selfish to kill your family. I'm not like that wrestler. What was that guy's name?
I don't need to
Benoit.
see.
Yeah, I'm not like Benoit. I'm going out just me.
Did you hear about the actor who just recently died and he wanted his dog put down and buried with him? And after all of this outcry, the family was finally like, we'll take care of it. But I don't know why they put that out there originally.
You just blew my mind.
They're saying they'll take care of the dog.
Yeah. They'll take care of the dog.
Man, she got me. I was like, what the fuck? That's a great news story.
No,
they just made a punch on. We're handling it.
Yeah, let him get buried later.
Believe it or not.
He wanted the dog to lay in the coffin.
That's the most selfish thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
they buried alive. We're here, Mark.
I don't know why they put even the news story out or unless this guy had talked about it before.
I'm like, I want when I die, I want you to open my dog. I want to kill my dog and then open his mouth and put my dick inside of his mouth. You're like, we can't do that, sir. I'm like, well, that's what I want.
Oh, Crystal has this whole. She made me promise
a tree bag.
multiple times. Yeah, the damn tree bag.
He said he's not buying that.
I don't even want to be in a bag.
Yeah.
Just dig a hole and throw my naked body in there.
Oh God!
You know, he told me, he's like, I'm not buying a tree bag with my new girlfriend looking over my shoulder.
He's like, you're dead. You won't know.
That's what I'm going to end up getting, and he's going to cremate me or something.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It's on public record right now. I want to be
Mail
naked,
yourself an email.
buried in the ground. Don't put me in a
dad
freaking
and
sack.
You think our listeners will give me
we had
shit?
to keep your dad in the closet till your mom died.
Yeah, I'm not gay. Sorry, I had to do that. He's laughing in heaven. So he's like, ah!
Am I going to have to preserve Dansby if he dies before you? So then when you die, he can be in the coffin with you?
She said if he dies before you. He's only going to be.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel thinks he's dying.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm dying.
I guess every day.
Every morning when I wake up, I'm like, is this real? Am I here? Touching everything?
Wait, I didn't. Daniel loves medical stories.
I like how being surprised you're alive every morning.
What a gift, though. You get a gift every morning
I know.
of life.
Yeah,
Did you? Wow.
Did you hear about the doctor in Tampa who's getting sued because he is hearing impaired, but he didn't put in his hearing aids before he started a colonoscopy, and the patient was not out all the way, and the patient started screaming, and the doctor didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the doctor's like, I'm almost done.
Well, wasn't he like
My
moving?
uncle told this joke at a wedding one time.
You hear about the doctor didn't put his hearing aids in? Have a colonoscopy.
No, it's real. It just
Wait, why did the person wiggle their legs or something?
But in this
You know,
joke,
like,
the
maybe
doc-
they're like
he was
wave his
Jewish.
arms around.
they're halfway out, but they could still feel.
Hey,
I don't know.
Here was
I
the
don't
doctor.
know.
He didn't put his hearing aids in. He went to the funnel cake stand at Castleberry.
All right, let's
That
get out
funnel
of here.
cake stand is in Winter Park, by the way.
I'm going to stop by there today.
I think.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm glad you
Yeah,
guys
on
are
your way
here.
to John's.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
To get your hair done.
I'm going to go. I'm glad you guys are here. Can I get a card? And then we'll try to get him as an advertiser.
So, before we end the show,
Yeah.
it's kind of sad because a listener of the show and of the radio for a long time has a bad streak of luck is Cactus Steve.
Yeah, I love me some Cactus Steve.
And because
We love you, Steve.
so he's got a GoFundMe. He's just trying to raise $3,000 to buy a new car because essentially he got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
He had
It's
a
real bad.
bad run, and then the only thing he had was his job to make the money.
Yeah.
And then he got a bad car accident, and him and his dog got injured.
Yeah.
So then his car got wrecked, and he's like, I need to buy a new car because I can't work.
He wanted to be buried with his dog, too.
All these sad
It's a callback. It's a callback.
So anyway, he's got a GoFundMe. It's on the BDM page, so you can find it there, or just shoot me an email. Just throw $5. Like I'm saying, he's trying to raise a reasonable amount of money. He's not asking for a lot. So.
Just buy him the car, TC.
It's
Me and Daniel donated.
Why don't you give him your truck that doesn't lock automatically, and then you get yourself one automatically locked?
Why don't you get Steve a truck? You know what? I'm with it.
I donated.
Why don't you give him your Silverado?
You're calling it back around. Just tell him it doesn't lock.
You're a mean old bitch.
He doesn't want that. It's
No.
dirty inside.
But Steve, he's been listing.
Yeah.
He's been listing, participating, showing up at events,
for 20 years.
with himself and his wife for 20 years. I mean, if you remember Cactus Steve, Cactus Kareem, Cactus Bob.
Yeah, we called him that because he'd come to Cactus
Yeah.
Bob's 20 years ago and then, hang out every day.
He's been in here like
Wet
10
T-shirt
times.
contest. and that all.
Yeah. Steve's a horny man.
And then all the events. He lives in Tennessee now. But anyway, so if you have
Love
$5,
you,
we'll see if we can get to so he can buy himself a new car so he can go to work.
And if that doesn't work, we'll just give him your Silverado.
Why doesn't he need a whole truck? We can get him
But
like
I bet he'd love it.
something small.
nice,
Get him
something
Get him
roomy
one
for-
of those cool little popular like Suzuki trucks now.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
those are
so
nothing.
neat.
Dude,
We
why
can
don't we get him a
My dad
side by
had one of
side?
those.
Why don't we get him a slingshot for him and his dog? Can we get him a slingshot?
In the mountains of Tennessee.
No.
Let's get him a slingshot for him and his
What
dog.
is that?
Well, technically, you could ride
It
a
has
bike
a
to
car.
work.
I thought you meant a real slingshot. I was like, what's he going
No,
to kill
the-
the dog and then kill himself
a
with a slingshot?
Polaris.
I don't understand.
Polaris slingshot
Got
with
it.
the doggles on his
That's the
dog.
tricycle one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Save a little pussy for the rest of us, right?
Also, the Crystal Van is a realtor, one half of the Bart Merrick
You
team.
segged out of my joke into that. Huh? Okay.
I'm just trying to hit the plugs. We're horrible at plugs.
We really are.
I
Like,
appreciate the plug.
like and subscribe on YouTube. That really, really helps out. And yes, as Tom was saying, if you're buying or selling your home, the Bart Merrick team.
Yep. Also, if you have the same views about funnel cake drugs, hit her up.
You can text her. What's your text message?
Okay. 407-865-3863.
Do you have anything to plug?
Do you work for code enforcement?
Yeah, do you have anything to plug other than your cramps?
No, but I'll see you on the cruise.
Are you getting your period?
I'm close.
Are you close?
My ring did tell me, but my ring also told me that I sleep better after sex.
Hey.
It tells you that?
Because I log when we have sex, and then it can measure the efficiency of my sleep.
And I don't like you telling those liberal ring makers about our lovemaking session.
They're tracking every move.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I just need to know it because of the cramps.
That's big boner.
Next thing you know, it's going to start giving her opinions on, are you having sex enough? Is your sex long enough? And then it's going to start getting in her head.
Yeah.
But at least I'm saying,
it's me behind the keyboard.
At least I know I'm going to have my period before the cruise, so I'll be.
I am too.
Before
I'm so
the
excited.
cruise? Wait, so we can't fuck on the cruise?
No, I'm having it before.
It'll be over
by then.
Yeah, but then Maisie's there. How do you, she's
send
there?
her to the
carnival camp,
kids camp,
whatever.
Oh, they got a kids camp.
Yeah, I let her go run around. It's they're very poor.
If she's with your boys, I'm not worried.
It's literally like convicts from the Bahamas that are watching my daughter while I'm trying to fuck my wife as fast as humanly possible with a big Guy Fieri burger belly. I'm like, I ate the triple, but I'm still gonna pump you hard while she's doing airbrush.
I can't wait to serve myself scrambled eggs next to a lady in a thong.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Let's sell the sizzle. I can't wait.
It's already booked.
I can't wait for floppy bacon. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
How long has this bacon been cooked? 5 seconds? Great.
I'm excited.
I
really am.
I can't wait for lukewarm orange juice.
I love being in floating Walmart.
This is supposed to be a nice cruise.
Are you guys going to get off in Nassau? Are we?
I am not getting off in Nassau. Absolutely not.
You're allowed to travel with an ankle bracelet.
Andrew said she's not getting off in Nassau.
I don't think I am either.
Because she said the boat's nicer.
The boat's nice. You can drink and do everything on there that you need to do.
And we only have 2 days.
Correct.
So I don't want
absolutely not
enjoy the boat. Yeah. And then if everybody else is off, then the pool will be not very.
I've heard the boat's pretty spectacular. That people have been on it because it's brand new, so it'll be super fun.
Yeah, but don't you want to explore the beautiful island of Nassau?
No, I want to stay on the free drinks and free food pool.
The last time I got off at Nassau, an iguana chased me. I fell over.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Well,
you were probably drunk coming back from Carlos and Charlie.
Yeah, I was drunk, but I fell over.
We don't need that.
Because an iguana tried to get me.
I miss when you can go to the Caribbean and buy pain pills at the drugstore.
You could.
You
could. You'd
Is
walk
that not a thing anymore?
No,
they shut it all
you
down.
used to be able to go in there and be like
Xanax crazy.
Yeah, it might be laced with fentanyl.
I went to the Bahamas on a monster cruise and bought a 700 count Xanax bottle. 700.
Yeah,
I had the monster Xanax until I quit the fucking show.
You can go into the Bahamas CVS. My mom used to do it. Then buy pain pills.
Yeah.
Like I would like one mumbo
Yeah.
Like I'm saying,
like the one that
some
your
shit you
fiber
buy at
comes
Costco,
in.
of 222s. That's what they call them.
I was
Those are the
literally in my head just now thinking,
222s.
what is the thing they used to call it? The
222s.
BBBs, the QQQs,
No,
and then you said 222.
Okay.
One of the twos is fentanyl.
Yeah.
No.
Good.
Yeah, we should do a show after. We'll come back. Crystal and I will come back after the cruise, and we can tell all the secrets.
Okay. We'll tell all the stories and say who fought with their wife.
Who asked
you guys gonna fight?
to eat their wife's pussy?
You guys gonna fight on the cruise?
No.
Okay.
No.
He'll be busy, and then when he sees me and the kids again, he'll be glad.
I think we're gonna fight. I'm predicting.
You know what? You know what's gonna happen? There's no White Claw on this boat. They don't have any seltzers on this boat. So then TC is going to drink either beer or he's going to drink vodka sodas, which could be bad.
You can't do vodka sodas. That's like
Is that
you
pee-pee?
can't. No,
Is
if
that
you go
pee-pee?
vodka sodas, then you're an Orlando business owner, and it's gonna be too fast for you.
But I thought if you get a vodka soda and get a soda, and then mix them together, and that's and then a White Claw.
I'm bringing my weed pills, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's probably better.
In bed by 8 p.m.
No.
Daniel's usually the one that's in bed by 8 p.m.
God, I didn't deserve that. Why are you being so mean over there?
Because you do. You like.
Well, you just like to do stupid shit. Like, hey, I'm just going to go walk around the boat.
I do.
I'm like, that's
just want to
fucking
go walk
boring.
around or play bingo. Maisie will love bingo.
I'll lay in the bed and make sure there's no porno on these TV channels.
I like to hold court with other mediums and
until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Tell them what they look like and everything.
Am I supposed to?
Yeah.
You look like Snoop Dogg. You look like a fat guy. You look like another fat guy. Another fat guy.
Yeah, that's what they paid for.
I did not get any fancy outfits for whatever these parties are at night.
I bought.
You did?
There's parties at night. I didn't get
like
an itinerary.
a white
Am I supposed to have an
party.
itinerary?
Well, we got the itinerary, but the first
Tracy
printing
knows.
of the itinerary was spelled wrong, so we had to get it printed.
No,
again.
that was our event.
I don't know
like
about
the boat's
anything.
itinerary. There's a bunch of
like white
parties.
party or something. Oh, we'll talk.
Oh, I need this.
On the cruise Facebook page. If anybody's not on the cruise Facebook page, everybody's
What, a
sharing.
white party like Diddy? I'm not sucking dicks on camera.
No, it's just no funnel cakes allowed.
Oh, I like that.
It was a callback, like you said.
I like it.
I mean, that's how we should end.
I did buy it.
Don't try to do what I do.
yeah.
You make it sound too easy.
Make it look like anybody can do that.
Yeah, what? Anyway, all right. Bye-bye.
Hold on, fellas. Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.